Welcome, everybody, to Game 2 of our live from GamesCom show floor 2017 extravaganza presentation bonanza Flutog. I'm your host, Community Content Manager Jared Huckabee, and thank you for joining us. This is our second day live from the show floor. If you've been watching the pre-show, you've seen how packed the show floor is. We'll switch to the other camera here. We have got lines going around the building, stretching all the way back to Twitch. Twitch is really excited with us that our lines are just encroaching right into their area. But, you know, it's a great day here at Gamescom. It's packed. This is the second day that Gamescom's been open to the public, but it's the third day of Gamescom total. Gamescom starts on Tuesday, and it's a kind of a press and industry day that day. It's a day for all the internal people, you know, the people who are running the booths to go kind of check out everything else. And we were packed that day with developers from all kinds of other games. We had World of Warships over here, and they were playing our games. They gave me a free shirt if they could cut in line. And I'm like, yeah, I've compromised morals. So that was really good. Before we get started today, let me introduce you to our esteemed panel of guests here, direct from the community. Let's go down the line. Tell us who you are.
Hi, everybody. My name is DJ Knight. I am a space sci-fi variety broadcaster on Twitch.
Hi, guys. My name is Meyer from Test, and I do the same.
Hi, my name is Sergeant Gamble, and I am a dedicated Star Citizen streamer on
dedicated.
Twitch.
Oh, that dedication, though.
Dedicated.
There's nothing wrong with streaming other games.
That is the most Kappa-like face I've ever seen on him right now.
It was a
Let's get some
lie.
Games Kappa in the chat.
And wandering in, let's give him a headset, put him on the show.
Give him some space.
Hello.
It is.
Hello.
It is crazy out there.
Yes, it's
It
very
is.
crazy.
It took me like 20 minutes to get from 2 booths down to here, and the line is wrapping around the side of the booth, going in front of other people's booths.
It's a problem.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. That was a battle. Just trying to get here.
Just tell everybody who you are.
Hey everyone, Tyler, lead community manager, and this camera, we're on this one.
Yeah, we're on this one for this one.
Here for
Yes,
you.
I'm on the community team, and I'm in the Austin, Texas studio, and I've made it to the booth alive despite these crowds fighting against me.
So we're doing a couple things here at Gamescom this year. As usual, we have our Gamescom presentation. That's the show that you all know and love. Chris Roberts standing on stage, showing you the latest and greatest of Star Citizen. That is happening this Friday at 7 p.m. UTC. It'll be right here on twitch.tv/Star Citizen. So you want to check that out. We are broadcasting live from our show floor booth, just hanging out, having some fun, and exploring a little bit of Star Citizen Alpha 3.0 while we all wait for that presentation. We also have a number of Bar Citizens going on around town throughout the week. We just had our first one last night, and it was a lot of fun. What we are playing today, and we are playing Star Citizen Alpha 3.0. Now, there's been a lot of conversation, before we got started, conversation while we were playing yesterday, and conversation, after in the hour. So we want to make it very clear. What we are playing here on the show floor is Star Citizen Alpha 3.0. This is the latest build. It has a few minor tweaks to it. We have disabled quantum travel. We have put spawn points on Daymar so everybody can just pop right in without having to start at Port Olisar or start at Grimhex and find their way to a planet. And we've sprinkled some vehicles in right there because the folks here have about 15 minutes to experience Star Citizen. And for anybody that's ever played Star Citizen, it's very hard to condense the entire experience in under 15 minutes. So we've made some minor changes to make that experience as easy to jump into as possible. But for all intents and purposes, this is the build that we have been working on for quite some time and continue to work on every single day, every single night in distributed development around the world. So later on in the show, when you see us playing Star Citizen 3.0, that is in fact the build that will soon be in your hands. Soon, relative speaking.
Soon, trademark.
Now one of the things we are doing here on the show floor is we are giving away these trading cards. We'll give those to Tyler here. Yesterday, we gave out trading cards. We gave out trading cards for the Cutlass and the Nox. Today's trading cards are for the Ursa and the, what is the other one? The
Miss Prospector and the Ursa Rover.
Yes. Now, these cards are being given out, and they have QR codes on the back of them. Let's go ahead and show the QR codes. Meyer, why don't you go ahead and tweet out those QR codes for people to see them?
Okay.
All right. Meyer's going to go ahead and tweet those QR codes. So for those of you who aren't here live at Gamescom, you can still access the sales page. These are the last time that these ships will be available at their introductory prices. When 3.0 does come out and the games are full and the ships are fully implemented, there will be the traditional price increase. So for like the Cutlass yesterday and the Nox yesterday, which are also still available, for the Ursa and for the Prospector, these are their regular, these are their introductory prices. Your last chance to get them at these prices. So with the Ursa, we have a cool little video I want to play. Let's take a look at this real quick. Watch this.
Oh boy. Chat. Weather confirmed. Weather confirmed.
Yes, that was the. We've been collecting these commercials for some time now. Yesterday we showed the Aurora. Yesterday we showed the Cutlass commercial and the commercial for the Nox and whatnot. We've been collecting these for a while, and when that Ursa came in, I was like,
yeah, that was the same thing with us.
And we used screenshots of that to update the Ursa page, and there was this big mystery about this little thing that was in the corner of the Ursa when it was in the snowfield, and people were like, "What is that? What is that thing in the corner?" And I'm like, "It's literally a piece of garbage." It's like, "No, it's some secret thing. It's some secret reveal." I'm like, no, it's a piece of garbage. It's just a big chunk of junk. But now you've seen it. Now you've seen it in its glory. You know I'm not lying. It's just a big, giant piece of junk, but it is a very cool.
But seriously,
junk.
How about that weather? That was awesome looking.
Dude, the weather is awesome. Now, true, that junk might be kind of evocative of a certain ship in Alien. You know, the maybe. Why am I blanking on the name? Blanking on the name. What were they called? Anyway, I thought I had it. Bar Citizens. Bar Citizen. We all went to the Bar Citizen last night at the Brauhaus Unnahmen. How was that, guys?
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I think we were all so tired after such a long day, but it was definitely recharging just to get to hang out with everybody. It was packed.
Oh, yeah.
It was awesome meeting people in the community that I'd never had the chance to meet in person. So it just felt awesome. Like somebody who's been in my chat for years was like,
right,
this is me. And I was like, wait, that's you? Sweet. And he was like, you might not know me. It's like, no, thank you for saying something. It's a pleasure to meet you. Because this community is so awesome. It's just lovely to meet people who have the same enthusiasm about the game as I do. So
same passion.
Awesome. Right.
It's so rewarding. And on top of that, we got to celebrate Old Man Disco Lando's birthday.
Hey-o.
We got an array of gifts, including... Go
Disco
ahead.
Lando sausage.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Pull it up.
Oh, you brought your sausage?
Yes. Somebody brought me...
Here, hand it to me. Somebody brought him...
But you didn't take your sausage out of the wrapper yet.
All right, change the subject.
Hey, no, somebody... Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I left this sausage at the Brauhaus last night.
On purpose.
Not,
No,
I'm not going to say on purpose, but I left the sausage at the browser, and somehow it found its way back here this morning. And it now has a Twitter account with a picture of it.
Yes,
and,
I saw that.
Yeah, so
It
somebody
followed me. I woke up and had Disco Lando's sausage following me.
Yeah, so somebody is trolling me with their sausage.
I think
also,
we just made Twitch fails.
Yep, and they're also trolling me with the gift I got, a giant red one T-shirt. So thank you for that, Sinalaya. I'm going to melt all your ships when I get back to LA. So Bar Citizen, a pretty good way to have a birthday with the folks I care about, and the one person who gave me a red one shirt. But so yesterday we were playing Star Citizen Alpha 3.0. We're going to get to playing that in just a couple of minutes, guys. But tell us about your experiences yesterday. Now, yesterday we had Sergeant Gamble and DJ Knight playing it.
Yes.
What were your impressions?
Fun. I like that. That's just the first thing that popped into my head. I like being able to try things that we've only been able to wonder whether or not we'd be able to do thus far. So being able to cram a knots into the back of the Ursa.
That was cool.
It's just like for pirate maneuvers. That just gives us good ideas, especially considering I want to go into bounty hunting in the verse. It's lovely to know the kind of things that pirates are going to do before it happens, so that I can prepare to defend myself from it.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget your free fall.
It's the first day for us actually playing the game as well.
Yeah.
So it's a whole experience because, like everybody else, we're hardcore backers. So we are enjoying ourselves a lot, and in combination with GamesCom, which is the largest event of the year concerning games, it's just the whole atmosphere. It's really fun. It's really good in combination with the Bar Citizens and the get-togethers at night.
Yep.
Good times.
What was your favorite moment from yesterday's gameplay?
I think the last bit where, unfortunately, where we weren't able to finish it, but DJ falling down towards the moon and me trying to pick him up. But unluckily, we were not able to finish that. So, we might even, try kind of
Again?
do it again. I don't know what's going to happen today.
Ended on a cliffhanger.
An economy of words, Gamble.
I'll tell you what, though,
I know,
it has been an emotional roller coaster for the people in the show floor booth, because you watch them and they sit down and they're flying these ships they've never flown. They're on the surface side for the first time, and they look so excited, and and then the 15 minutes is up, and then it's the opposite. I don't want to stop, but we have to just because the lines are getting so long.
So one of my favorite moments so far was actually not from yesterday. It was from the practice day the day before, when it was just when it was the press and developers in here. DJ was in his Cutlass trying to fire it up, having some trouble. Meyer is standing outside the ship doing laugh emotes in third person. He's doing laugh emotes, and as he's laughing at DJ, one of the players just creams him in an Ursa. It just comes right out of left field, and Meyer's body just flies up into the air while he's making fun of DJ. And it couldn't have been planned any better, and it just killed me. It's one of the things that can only happen when you've got this many people all in the same server.
Yeah.
So we are going to fire up the game now and go ahead and get started. Why don't you guys go ahead and start firing up your clients there? Start joining in. So a little bit about how this process works. We have a local server here. We have a local server here in Cologne, Germany, because if you've ever worked any kind of show floor event, they don't give you the best internet. Everybody's fighting for internet and bandwidth, so we have a local server here. They are playing the latest 3.0 builds. When I say the latest 3.0 builds, we pulled this build down yesterday. Now, we pulled this build down this morning. Now, an issue with yesterday's build, there were no particle effects. So when you go up into space, you go to re-entry. We didn't have re-entry effects. You may have noticed there were no contrails. A lot of the weapon effects didn't have their VFX effects.
Oh, wait, fun fact really quick. The day before that, they were there. Such is the nature of game development.
Yes.
Iteration. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. So this is just to reinforce that we are not playing some specialized build built for this. We are playing the 3.0 branch that is in active development right now. So with the build we got today has the VFX fixed, so you're going to see those. In order to give everybody playing here an equal experience, they all get to start with the ships around, with the weapons around. We reset the server every 15 minutes because when these people get in there, they're free to fly around, do everything you want. You can see one of these resets happening right now. They are cycling out the 10 players and bringing in 10 more players for another 15 minutes. When this happens, we also have to observe that 15 minutes because we are in the same server that they're in. That way you can see us playing with them and whatnot. So we will periodically have these breaks like you see, like are happening right now, and we'll be forced to talk about it and have some fun and whatever.
Yeah.
So they are getting started. I'm going to go ahead and start this up. Oh. Yeah, okay, so yeah,
they're restarting right now.
They're restarting
but
the server.
What you were saying, though, it really is testament to just how large the environment is. Because after one group plays for 15 minutes, they're so spread out. Some people have left Atmosphere. Some people have gone to the dark side of the moon, or at least tried to get as close as they could in 15 minutes.
Yes.
So yeah, we have to restart it just to get them all back in one place.
Yeah, because it is the full 3.0, just with quantum travel disabled. There was one gentleman the other day, he just, all he wanted to do was fly and see if he could get to the other moon. He was like, I just want to see if I can get to Yila. And I'm like, without quantum travel, that's going to take like a day.
Yeah,
and he was like, and he used his 15 minutes of 3.0 time to try flying to Yila, and he didn't get very far.
I mean, he had fun though.
He had fun though.
Yeah,
he tried.
But it was also. I asked him about it afterwards. He goes, "It was my second time through." I'm like, "Wait, you waited an hour and a half, twice, to get through and just to fly off?" He goes, "Yeah,
I think it's even longer than that today. It's really like when you get a chance, go look at the side of the booth. It's just shooting down the show floor.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we are ready to get started here. Let's see, we got Meyer here. Meyer is in the area now. You see other players. These other players running around are the beginning players that are just loading in. Now these are people who have often. This is their first time playing Star Citizen, so they've got our volunteer staff there over their shoulder, showing them how to push specific buttons and whatnot. So we are going to do our best to play with them and maybe not completely ruin their experience, like somebody who sat there and just, dive bombed them.
Are we all staring at DJ
I don't
right
know
now?
what you're talking about.
This is why DJ's in the timeout seat today.
So what are you doing,
My
Gamble?
flight was trash yesterday. So
Well, Jared was talking about the particle effects with leaving or re-entering atmosphere.
Right.
So I was thinking maybe we could show off that in the beginning of the stream because that was something that we missed yesterday, and people didn't get the chance to see that.
Hold on,
so.
I want to show. Gamble's looking at. This is another player. This is a player on the show floor, Meyer.
Yeah. It's a guy on the show floor in the Nox. I think he's just learning the controls there. I think
wow.
I do actually see him. He's learning the controls, and he's in this new suit that I've never. We've seen it just the one time before with like the CIG colors.
I never actually noticed his wrist screen.
Yeah, no, I love this. This is probably my favorite flight suit because it's our Cloud Imperium Games colors.
Shoot off.
Yeah.
It is a special flight suit?
I guess
I
it's
don't think
a
so.
special-
No.
Like, well, in 3.0, basically, like, wait, can I actually see his HUD? I can.
That's called PBR.
I can see him changing stuff.
The Lumberyard engine has physical-based rendering, so what you see is actually there.
Oh,
there he
don't
goes.
go. Oh, okay.
He's gone.
So back to Sergeant Gamble. Gamble has taken. I'll put your landing gear up, Gamble.
Yeah, I will. I was just taking it easy because you were still talking. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to leave atmosphere to witness like the cool particle effects because I actually love them. It's one of the best graphical effects that I've seen so far in the game.
So yesterday we didn't have any of these particle effects. They weren't in that build.
Yes.
Yeah, and with them you can see that now the ships have trails coming off them, and depending on what thrusters they have, what engines they use, they have different actual effects, and it looks beautiful, man.
It does. Yeah.
It looks really good. But like I remember Mike Jones from which office was he again?
Who?
Mike Jones.
Who?
Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
Champion.
Mike Jones.
Mike Jones is in the Austin, Texas studio.
Yes.
He has a very long title, but he's a director, a principal of DevOps technology and IT. He's a legend. Go on.
Yeah, so I remember in the Quantum Questions, he was asked, how many builds do you go through in a day? How many do you cycle, per person? And he says about 1 to 3. So it's pretty amazing, actually.
Yeah. Gamble, give us an in-cockpit. Give us a view of your man in the cockpit there.
Yeah, the show floor is going wild today.
What are you working on, Meyer?
So I'm outside the Ursa Rover because when I was sitting over there where DJ is right there, I was pretty jealous because I wanted to.
There we go. By the way,
hold on,
fellas.
switch back to Gamble.
There it is.
There it is.
Lovely.
So we're now going in with combat speed, but if you go afterburn and you boost up a little bit,
man.
look at those fireworks.
And this
That
is part of
just
that
beautiful,
It's
right?
part of the new particle system that actually traces over the hull of the ship. So the same effect will appear differently on every ship that enters and exits atmosphere.
Right. So we now left atmosphere. we can go back in, see it again.
And one of the cool things that was happening the other day, on the first day, is we were seeing dogfighting happening while they were re-entering atmosphere.
Yeah.
So I think maybe we can contrive that situation
Oh, we can
later
try
on in
that
the
again.
show.
I'll find a Gladius, maybe after the next cycle, because everyone is flying.
Oh, there we go
There it
again.
is.
Re-entering. Oh, that looks so good. That looks so good.
It looks
Gorgeous.
beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous.
And it's cool, like the trill actually changes color as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Trails are on fire too.
So if you were to do it again and you rolled while you were doing it, the trails kind of spiral, I believe,
That's awesome.
just to follow it.
Lovely.
Hey, what are you doing, Meyer?
So I kind of wanted to just do a small tour of the Ursa rover, because I know we were driving it yesterday, but I don't think like there were things like what's that, what's this, what's that. I don't wanted to leave it to them to do what they wanted to do. So like well, I guess the first things first. When you get inside, everything is off, and that's because well, they've introduced 2 new things in this build. They've introduced actual ship lighting, so you can actually turn on and off lights individually within a ship. So I think for now I have to go into the cockpit of the ship and do that and turn it on. But I wanted to also show them, because this is for the older citizens out there. Again, happy birthday, Jared, from yesterday. But like so
Yeah.
the flashlight now illuminates things and blends with the atmosphere so well. Like if I was to go in the third person here, like let me see if I can get a nice
Oh,
shot.
that looks
Yeah.
so cool with the
Yeah.
cone. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's just really good. It's really good. So I'm gonna go inside here and get into the pilot seat and then turn everything on. So again, there's a new interface system in the game. So like if I look down here, I can hit power on. That'll turn the lights on in the car. If I then press 7 on the keypad, I think, then all the lights on the interior and the back also turn on, and I can then engage the systems like that. And it's interesting because you don't need to do that, but the option is there if you so want to do so. So for those who like eventually, when the game gets VR ready, you'll be able to do just that. You'll be able to look down and make sure that everything is just right. But for guys who don't want to go through all that, you can also just press a button. Like in this build, I think I press F5 and boom, everything's working. It's really awesome.
Hey, Gamble, you think you can pick up one of the railguns?
I can.
Hey,
Why don't we go pick up Gamble?
all right,
Why don't
yeah,
we go pick up Gamble
right,
and see if we can have a little fun with some of these newbies?
okay.
Have you guys shown off the new variable speed with the mouse wheel?
Oh.
Because I saw him slow walking over there. That was
Yeah.
All right. So what the new feature is like actually being able to walk. So it has to do with your scroll wheel. So now we're just having a scroll, and when we walk a little bit faster, we just scroll up the mouse wheel, and we see that we're gonna get into a faster pace. You can go all the way to like running, and then actually after pressing shift, it will turn into a sprint.
Yeah.
So that's a cool feature.
Turn around, Meyer. You just passed him.
That wasn't me. That was another guy on the show floor.
Oh.
I'm looking for him right now. Gamble,
I
whereabouts
believe,
are
I believe
you?
he's
Oh,
to
right
your
there. I
left
think,
now.
I think you just drove past him. Yeah, he's right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I need to find a railgun.
that's right. He's got to find the railgun.
But yeah,
All
he's
that
in that,
debris.
he's in that debris right next to you, to your left.
Okay.
Oh, and
There we go.
I see that Ursa. Follow that Ursa. Follow that Ursa.
Follow that Ursa,
That
okay.
Ursa has 2 people in it. The second person is in the turret. So you've only got yourself there, so you don't have the turret mounted. But
Right.
you see
Ah.
this. You see this Ursa has a turret gunner
Right.
in there. They were shooting earlier.
I think we're in
It's
the
cool if you
armistice
look
zone
over
now,
to
so
it.
you can't
Oh,
see it.
did you get a railgun?
I did.
All right, let's go find Gamble.
Look for 2 rovers.
There it
Oh,
is.
someone's shooting from the sky.
Oh!
Run away, Meyer!
You better
away,
run,
Meyer!
Meyer. You better drive.
I'm trying. So the reason why I wasn't able to scramble as fast as I wanted to is actually because of the power system that I kind of wanted to show earlier as well. Like I think we.
Oh, God.
You're coming right at him.
All right. I'm coming at Gamble.
There he
it
is,
I
there
see
he
him.
is.
Gamble, come for you.
I thought it was another person.
All right, my door is open, so I'm gonna just swerve around like this. Close the door behind you.
No, he's going to leave the door open.
No, I need to.
Oh, okay, right.
Oh, that looks so pretty.
All right, so I'm gonna pass these guys, and you're gonna shoot them, right?
Yeah, it's just parked behind him.
Make sure we get out of the armistice zone.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah, we gotta leave the armistice zone.
Let's say that they've stopped driving altogether.
Can you crouch, Gamble?
Okay.
There you go. Gives a better view there.
What's that?
Whoa!
Someone just learning to fly.
Yes.
And two guys debating what's going to happen with the Aurora right there. They're taking turns to get up the ladder.
Those enter animations look smooth.
They are. They're really smooth. And this guy wants to get run over.
Yeah. Oh!
And then he did. And now
I like how you're so calm about it. This guy wants to
everybody
get run
was
over, it's no
complaining
big deal.
about DJ killing the newbies.
Meyer giving somebody the best first start system impression.
He asked for it. He was like, hey, guys.
All right, let's get out of the armistice zone here.
All right.
We see a Cutlass there. But this Cutlass is this is the new Cutlass ground version here.
The Cutlass ground.
All right.
Oh, you're out of the zone.
We're out of the zone. Hold on.
Gamble, take him out.
Okay, so I picked up a different gun.
He picked up the Devastator instead.
Yes.
Oh, no.
It's not going to work with a shotgun, so we have to drive back.
Can you board their Cutlass while they're still there?
I think we can. Uh-oh, whoa, whoa.
Whoa. So,
What are you doing, Meyer?
Oh my god, oh my god.
oh, no!
Oh, they killed me.
You're not dead. You're not dead. Oh, that heavy armor, though.
I mean, made out of steel.
Heavy armor saved your life just now.
Oh, boy.
Check your health, though. Yep, your legs are broken. You're just walking on the
Everything is broken. Well,
You're powering through the hydraulics alone.
Oh, someone's coming out of the Cutlass.
Someone's coming out.
Get in there, Meyer. Get in there. Go, go,
Oh,
go.
drive into it.
Oh, you
already tried to get
I
out.
don't know if it would fit. Have you tried?
I've never tried, actually.
there is the real gun.
Try it.
Yeah, you should try. Let's see what happens. Even if it doesn't fit, what if the Cutlass just backed up and went decoupled and drove backwards all the way up?
I don't think it's going to fit.
I don't think so either.
Make it fit.
Well, maybe I'll just give it a push.
I'll make it so. Nah.
No.
Nope, not going to fit.
You tried, though.
No, we tried.
Now, what I love about that is that you're trying to pull into a Cutlass with the Ursa. Even with the Ursa's rear doors
We're about to
open.
go
You
down.
broke
Looks
my
like they're
legs again.
switching seats right now on
So
the show
the fact
floor.
that
Right.
you could put a ship in a ship that's open for another ship to go inside that other ship.
Yeah. So I think we're going through a reset here.
Right.
Yep, we are going through a reset. So
So
this is
that's,
one of those things we were talking about, guys. Our 50 minutes are up. They are resetting another great wave of players. We will try this again in our next little iteration.
So there was something that I wanted to try with the Ursa that requires gamble as well. So I'd like to try that after we get back on as well.
Sure. Sure. You know, why don't we take this time? Besides the Ursa, we are also bringing back the Prospector in our pre-3.0 vehicle sale. So let's watch the video for the Prospector.
I was hoping you had another.
Let's do it.
That Prospector, man, that's a good-looking ship with an even better visibility. All right, so we are back in the game now. We got Sergeant Gamble.
I just grabbed a real gun again. See if we can
you
put
got
it to
one.
use. Oh, yes.
Very good, very good.
I'm just loading in 1 second. So I want to try one more thing with the Ursa Rover before we continue doing other things. Where are you going right now, to say?
I'm just walking around, getting out of the armistice
Just
zone.
walking. Just walking.
See if I can blow up some
All
stuff.
right.
Now, Gamble is walking around in the heavy armor. You can see the additional protection and field of view blockage around this thing here.
So I wonder, I'm not sure if you can tell us. So it is heavy armor, but is there a visor on right now? I mean, can that drop? Are there plans for that to drop?
I don't know.
Right. Well,
it's one of those things where we work on a lot of things, and then you try a lot of things, and then you see what you actually do, what you can't do, what's viable by resource costs and stuff like that. So it's one of those things where I think at the end of the day, if it's possible with everything else and the resource cost isn't too expensive, it's definitely something we can explore.
Awesome. All right, so I'm going to go back inside here, and I'm going to try and get Gamble. Gamble, can you give me like a bit of a descriptor? Where exactly are you right now? So
Well,
I can try
I will
and catch
shoot
you.
my real gun.
You will shoot your railgun. Okay. Just not at me, though. Oh, I see where you are. Okay.
He's going to shoot it at you.
You know what this railgun reminds me of?
What's that?
Do you,
Engines
do
on.
you remember the gun that Howard the Duck used to kill
Wow.
to
You
kill
went back to Howard
the dark somberness of the
Yeah.
universe? What was, hey, Twitch chat, what was the gun called that Howard the Duck had to use? He attached it to the proton accelerator. Was that what it was? He attached a little car to kill the dark overlord of the universe, played by Jeffrey. Oh wow, I'm spacing on names. I'm not doing real well right now. To kill the principal from Ferris Bueller.
All right, so Gamble, can you get into the co-pilot seat for a second?
Yes, I can.
Because I'm not. So we've seen multi-crew before in this game with the Cutlass, but I don't think we've actually seen two guys in the same seat in a vehicle yet.
Yep.
And so like now that Gamble's in the seat, I can actually like look to my right and I can see exactly what he's doing. He can look back at me. What's up, Gamble? How you doing? How you doing? What's up?
Dude.
Hey, so I need somebody to look up what was the name of that gun. I think it was the neutron accelerator, the neutron disintegrator, neutron accelerator. The actor's name was Jeffrey something. I think it was Jeffrey Jones. And what was the name of his character? It was the Dark Overlord of the Universe from the planet Sominus or something. It's been a long time since I've seen Howard the
Looks
Duck.
like the shrink way from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
So with the rover, so another thing that's being introduced with the 3.0 is something called the new item 2.0 system. And with that, you're able to now, all the different components within ships and cars, vehicles, even the characters themselves, now talk to each other in a way that wasn't possible before. And what that's given us is now the ability to turn on and off different components within the ship, and then for them to draw from like from the same power pool and all that, a bunch of other of goodness. So what I'm going to show you right now is me looking at this thing here. I'm just going to park because you should never use your phones or tablets or devices and drive at the same time. It's just not safe.
Yeah,
and I'll go to components right here. And as you can see, there are a bunch of different components that are off right now. So you can see that there is a Regulus. I'm not sure what it is, like a heatsink maybe. I'm going to turn that on. I'm going to, wait, before I do any of that actually, let me go back. I'll turn that off and go to global. You can see, so this is the usage. This is how much power my car is using right now. Now, let's say that you came from space with your vehicle and you wanted to explore. You only have a finite amount of fuel. You only have a finite amount of power. So you need to be able to regulate that in a way so that you don't end up stranding yourself waiting for somebody else to recover you. So I'm going to go in here.
All right, people are asking if you can turn your helmet light off for a sec.
Turn my helmet light off. There we go,
You
yeah.
have your personal light on.
Right.
And I think while you're still sitting in the seat, it's turning off the vehicle's lights.
Right. Ah, that's
So
interesting.
What we did right now as well is in the co-pilot seat, I managed to turn on the turret. So the turret is now actually functioning on the Ursa.
The neutron disintegrator.
The new John disintegrator?
I think that was the gun from Howard the Duck.
Right.
Can you close the rear door? Yes, you can.
So I'm going back inside. I'll close the door. There we go.
It's beautiful.
I almost had it. 2.0. I mean, 2.0 bugs. Alpha.
Yes,
There we
alpha.
go.
This
There
is
we
still
go.
the alpha builder.
2.0. Okay.
So I can't get back inside. So let's get out.
Maybe I can get in.
You can try.
No, I'm on the roof.
But
It says you parked on an incline.
yeah, so as luck would have it anyway, we are at our destination.
Good cover, Meyer.
There's a bit more I want to show with the rover, so when we get back to base, I'll go ahead and we'll show off that too. Yo! I had to hit the deck there, dude.
What is going on?
I think there was a Gladius around there. There was actually a battle happening up in the sky. A bunch of the guys on the show floor are trying out.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are. What is the max range of that gun anyway?
We're about to find out.
No.
So
That's what no draw distance gets you.
Yeah,
I like that
that's
you
going to
could
be
actually
really
see them
hard to
shooting
do.
at the ground from that range.
All right, so Meyer
right. So,
has been inside the outpost here.
Right, so I'm right on the outside of the outpost. So I wanted to show you guys the new oxygen and stamina system. So right now you can see my vitals, like my heart rate and stuff is, relatively low, 53 beats per minute or whatever. And you can see the tank in the suit right now is also it's depleted a little bit. So by going inside these outposts, you can actually recover once he comes in and we cycle this. And I believe, well, I'm not sure, we'll find out, that we should now start recovering oxygen, and we are. Like, the tank is now getting full.
Yep.
So when 3.0 does eventually get released, you're going to have to find relief huts like this if you want to have an extended stay without having to go back to your ship and get more oxygen and more supplies. So this specific station right here is just the Crusader Industries one, so it's actually very similar to that of which we've seen in Port Olisar before. So I kind of wanted to go and explore and look for the other outposts and see what those are like and what they have inside them. But this one here has beds and all kinds of other stuff. I think you can you open the lockers? Not yet. Okay. I don't really feel very comfortable with you around, Gamble.
It's security. I'm doing security. You never know what you're going to find when you enter a outpost
Ah, very true.
on a strange moon.
With a strange man.
Yes,
Well, you hired me. I mean,
we have seen a
should have paid a little bit more.
a person-to-person kill with the railgun. It's not pretty.
No? I mean, I
Hey.
haven't seen one before.
Hey now. I see you. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Do it.
You missed. I'm getting out of here.
Finish
Oh,
him up.
oh, well.
See, that was your last chance. You could have done it right there. But of course, we're on another server swap here, guys. So once again, we are swapping in a new wave of testers. So we have focused pretty heavily on the Ursa here so far. I think maybe since the other ship is the Prospector, we should take a look at the Prospector.
Right on.
When we come on back. No. In the meantime, since we did show the Ursa, I want to watch that really cool Ursa video again. I'm just gonna do it because I'm in charge and I'm the guy with the buttons. It's just broken space station. We don't like sci-fi at all. We would never reference other sci-fi.
I'm a fan of that.
There's a
Just nice little clips
rover.
right there.
All right, so we are waiting to load back in. I see Gamble is already loaded in. So have some other players. Where are we going, Gamble? Let's find ourselves a Prospector.
Yes, find a Prospector.
We can. I'll get into the Ursa rover and drive towards the platform where the prospectors are.
Right, so I'm actually right behind you. I think somebody else is coming in as well.
It's possible.
Take him for a ride.
Take him for a ride, boys.
Or run him over.
That's what you would do.
That's what DJ.
Well, we already know that's what Meyer would do because he did that.
I mean, he did that.
not
yeah,
long
yeah.
ago.
No regrets.
You're not supposed to have any. Well played.
Such a helpful guy, right?
Let's go find ourselves a Prospector. So we got we got Gamble in the driver's seat. We've got Meyer in the passenger.
Hey, yo, what's up?
And somebody's shooting at you. You've left the armistice zone.
We have. It's a Gladius.
We could do a Gladius. No. Hurry! Get into the prospector so you can mount an effective defense.
So while they're doing that, I've
This
seen
is
a couple people ask. We had Brian Chambers
Roberts.
on yesterday, and people were saying, who's on the agenda for today? Well, if you look right down there, you'll see the activity log for everything that's going to be happening. So today, I believe we have Eric Roberts, which is why I got the names confused. He's going to be on today with us talking and answering some questions that we've gathered, and we've also gone with the community and see what you guys are interested in hearing as well. So that's what's going on today, and keep an eye on that log so you know what's going on.
Yes. The rolling schedule that was frozen yesterday all day and stuck on 8/24, and people are like, don't you know what day it is? I'm like, I do know what day it is. It's my birthday after all. The scrolly thing was just stuck. Stayed late to fix it. It's fixed now. All right. So we've got Meyer. Meyer is in the cockpit of the
Prospector.
Prospector?
Whoa.
That's
Yeah.
right. While Meyer or Gamble is behind.
No, Gamble's
Gamble's in a different one.
Yeah, he's actually in that one right over there.
So we're gonna have double prospectors, huh?
Yeah. So what I like about the prospect. Whoa! Something just hit me. Oh, so this is what I like about the ship, is that it's a very heavy, ungainly ship. It's not really meant for atmospheric flight the same way that maybe a Gladius is. Yes, it can.
All right.
But yeah.
Hold on. We've got two prospectors versus a Gladius. Let's see who wins.
Two prospectors versus the Gladius. All right, where is the Gladius?
He's
All right.
the one that's been taking shots at you.
All right, I'm looking for him. That's Gamble.
And there's a Cutlass entering the fray.
Oh, no.
There he is.
The Prospector, the best combat ship
Oh.
in Alpha 3.0.
Oh, we have two of them.
So the Prospector has, unlike the Gladius, the Prospector has fixed guns. So it's a bit more difficult to aim, but we'll get there.
It's kind of chaotic here. There we go.
Glorious.
There we go.
That's one way to kill a Gladius. Whoa, sparks are flying.
So officially, the Prospector can beat a Gladius. Take that to Reddit. Take that to Reddit. Get all upset about it.
So I've lost my gun. Oh no, we're in armistice zone actually.
And
So-
technically, it's 1-1. The Gladius versus Prospector is 1-1 so far. We need a rubber match to find out who really is the better combat ship.
This is the perfect time to get a real gun, though.
to get a rail gun. You know, I'd like to see, because I was kind of talking about the flight model, to be honest. And, or never mind.
Oh, and a Cutlass came in. So we'll never get the concrete answer about who's the better combat ship, the Gladius or the Miss Prospector.
Because the Cutlass is the winner.
Yeah. Well, no, they had one win apiece. We'll never know. We'll just never know.
So where is that railgun anyway?
Yeah, I can't locate it all the time. I kind of know where it is, but
I found it.
there's so much debris here.
So much debris.
So much debris. Oh, there we go. Huh.
There's somebody landing in Aurora.
If he gets that gun, I'll be so mad.
I'm pretty sure he's wearing test colors from the landing I saw.
That guy just took that railgun from underneath my nose.
And now we're having a party. Hi, everybody. Now remember, most of the people playing this demo right now have never played Star Citizen before a day in their lives.
So they just watched him walk up and take his gun. Nicely done, Meyer.
Yes.
He's trying to figure out how to pick up a gun. He's just like, oh, look, what do you have there? Devastator. Thanks. Bye-bye.
So what are you doing now, Gamble?
I'm right in front of you.
No, but what are you planning to do?
I was planning to get my railgun out again. I'd like to take out my gun
All right.
as
Okay.
much as I can.
I challenge you to a railgun duel, sir.
A railgun duel.
A railgun duel at dawn.
Well, it's done.
All right, maybe take a vehicle to get out of the armistice zone faster than just running.
I think we're right on the edge of it, though.
Yeah, we're close.
Heard that before.
There we are.
Okay. So you're outside the armistice zone.
There we go.
We have Meyer with a railgun. Sergeant Gamble, do you have a railgun?
Apparently, I did not pick it up.
Apparently, you brought a pistol to a railgun fight.
You brought a pistol to a railgun fight, my friend.
All right, let's see how this goes.
Whoa, 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 what was it? Okay, all right. Oh, there we go. All right.
Okay.
Well, that was short. Oh, man. I wonder.
Big bada boom.
So I'm using the detailed camera right here to get a closer look at the gun. Right here. I wanted to see if all the working parts actually moved and stuff within it when you shoot.
Let's find out.
Yeah.
So nice.
So it would seem like there are several phases to the gun, because I was just kind of clicking before, but it seems like there are multiple phases to it.
Yeah, it loads up.
Yeah.
So the longer you hold, the more energy is gonna.
There's an Aurora. There's an Aurora that wants to die, Meyer.
An Aurora.
Look, there's an Aurora that wants to
Get
die.
him!
Charging, 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 and I know that there is like a critical mass right
Now.
now.
Waited too long.
Waited too long.
I never. Yeah. There we go.
Now, you are running low on oxygen, Meyer.
Oh, why is that? I need to breathe somehow.
You've been running around.
Oh, and I need to find somewhere. I need help. I need to find an outpost real quick. I'm not sure where the outposts are, otherwise I'm gonna die here. I got 2 minutes and 24 seconds of oxygen left. I'm not sure if the Ursa rover actually gives
got
you oxygen back. Gamble,
Some
where are you?
fire effects
Find
going
out.
on in this broken cutlass.
What's going on?
If I stop, will it? No. Okay.
Go get in the Ursa and close the door. See if your oxygen comes back.
I'm dead.
Let's find out.
I'm dead. I'm gonna start dying in a second.
Red Warrior needs oxygen badly.
All the oxygen.
Will
is
he
in
get
the
in
tank.
there before it happens?
Uh-oh. Close, 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 close! Is there a life support system in this vehicle? I'm not sure.
Nope.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Nope. I'm gonna start dying very, very soon.
Well, Meyer, it was nice knowing you.
Oh man.
Gamble, what are you up to?
Well, supposedly we checked out like a smaller outpost, but I've seen like a group of outposts together as well. So I'm trying to find that.
All right, so Gamble's loaded up into the new Cutlass, which we have yet to show off in today's stream.
Yeah. The rework model of the Cutlass Black. I think most backers have been anticipating this ship for
The longest
long,
time.
long time.
The longest time.
But it was worth the wait because it looks absolutely beautiful.
So who were the guys responsible for this? This was Matt Sherman's work, right?
Well,
Right.
Matt Sherman was the designer, and Josh Coons was the modeler.
Right. It's ridiculous. Oh.
Oh, server switch.
Every single time I want to do this
Hey-o.
one thing with the
Yep.
with the Ursa rover.
So, for those of you who don't know how it works, there is a 15-minute time limit for the people that are in line to come in and have a seat to get their hands on the game. So, whenever they get their time in, since we have to swap out, we are in the same servers as them. So, we
Yes.
get up, so we switch out. And for those of you who keep asking in the chat, it's like, that's got to be crazy on the streamers. It's like, we've played many a game where 15-minute matches are normal. And considering the size of Daymar, there's been multiple people who will hop into a ship the second they get the chance and just fly off into the distance. If you sat down and you've never touched Star Citizen before,
Absolutely.
and you're far away from everybody, not near weapons, not near different vehicles to try out, it can be a little confusing. So that's why the servers get reset, to make sure that everybody has a chance to be on at least somewhat even ground, except for, us that have a little bit of experience with it.
So I have an idea, guys.
Okay.
It came from the chat, so I'm not going to take credit for it. maybe we should take 2 Noxes
Right.
and have a race.
Okay.
Right. A death race, though.
I mean, you know.
Ooh.
A death race. Okay, I found myself a Nox right here. What about yourself?
I am still loading up.
Okay. All right, so I guess it'd be a good time to just like have a pretty close-up, in-depth look at the new Xi'an
Yes.
Nox. So the Nox is actually not a human vehicle, like a human-made vehicle. In the game, there are several alien species. This one is one made by the Xi'an, which are like a
Xi'an.
Xi'an.
Sean.
Also, let me jump in here real quick. To address the person who says 2 crashes in an hour, we have actually had no crashes.
0 crashes.
0 crashes today. We had a couple crashes yesterday, but these are not crashes. These are regularly scheduled server restarts so that the people that are coming in, we have to cycle folks in every 15 minutes. That's how we get through all these people that are waiting in line. And we reset the server so that all the ships come back to the launch points so that they're not all left out all over the planet. So this is a regularly scheduled reset of the server to swap these people in. We have not had a crash yet. We will have a crash. This is still a very early alpha build. I just, let's get the count right.
Right. So where are you, Gamble?
I am on the Nox, waiting for you.
Okay. Well, I'm on a Nox waiting for you. So tell you what, you come over to where I am. I have a really interesting area that I think we can use as a starting point. And
I'll circle the spawn point here and see if you can. I think that's you right there.
yes, it is. Facing towards the secondary port.
Right.
With the yeah, that's me. Okay. So here are the rules of the race. It's going to be weapons free, and it's a race back to that Crusader outpost. There's a beacon there, and so it's to there and back here.
Let me see. Like up the mountain.
Up the mountain, there's a beacon. You're going to go round it and back.
All right.
So
I'd recommend looking behind you so you can see what you're coming back to. As
Right.
a reference, that might be a good idea.
right. So yeah. So you see that pylon over there? That's the finish line.
The
And
pylon here, right in front of us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Can we get a countdown, Jared?
DJ, do the honors.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay, I don't.
One.
So long.
Listen, let's
Go
go.
for it.
Oh,
Both of you were before the go for it.
I know, but
Sorry,
I don't
though.
trust
Sorry,
my
though.
Raiders.
Oh. Okay. That's not going well.
Looks like I'm going to
How you
win.
doing there?
That's not fair.
Gab's having a bad time.
Somebody messed with my Nox.
Those shots, though.
Sebulba came by and pulled the line on Gamble's Nox before the start of the race.
You know,
As Meyer gingerly
this was supposedly
makes his
to
turn
be
around the
his
others.
Nox.
Now, this is a little suspect. Meyer makes the rules. Meyer knows exactly where they're supposed to go, and Meyer has a nice clean takeoff and then hits Gamble with his weapons just to turn Gamble into a flippin' washing machine 2 seconds into the race.
And shooting him on the way back.
Wow.
That's a fair
Wow.
race.
Oh,
That's a fair race.
Kicking him
Meyer.
when he's down.
Meyer. Meyer
Cold
is
as ice.
savage. Can we get some savages in chat
Yes,
from
please,
Meyer?
Let's drop the savage.
I see Xylo looking at the back here. He's like nodding his head like, no, that's not the way to do it, Meyer.
They're like, Jared, you need a nice reserved Brit on the panel, man. Someone to bring some class and some dignity to things. Keep things straight and on the arrow. And I'm like, Meyer comes in with a savage race.
You what, mate?
Yeah, we might want to do a rematch though.
You want to? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, once you can scratch the money together to get another Nox, then sure. Yeah. We'll race for
Cold
pink
as
slip.
ice.
Or
And the savagery continues.
and the savagery continues.
I would say, Meyer, you seem to have a handle on your on your Nox handling.
Dude, I love this thing a lot. I haven't had much time with it, but it's really good. It's a really cool ship to fly. It drifts really well. I mean, but it doesn't have to. Like racing in 2.6.3, a lot of it is down to throttle control. So if I have the throttle up to max, and you can see the throttle over there, where my cursor is right there, it's at 100 right now. When I turn like this, it's a nice, awesome drift. But if I drop the throttle as I turn, as you'd expect, it's much, much tighter. So I can now push off again, and the power of the vehicle you can do the sharpest angles and the widest drifts. It's a really awesome bike. But as you can see from me shooting Gamble, it's also pretty fragile. But I think its speed makes up for that.
So Gamble has his Nox. He's coming to meet you.
All right.
That's gonna be fun.
So where do you want to meet, Gamble?
Back at the starting point.
Back at the starting point?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I think you have me targeted, so I'm going to turn around and target you. So that pylon there is the starting point right there. And yep, there you are.
There we go.
Okay, I have you targeted.
How convenient. You have him targeted.
I mean, yes, I do.
And the devious giggle.
All right.
Well played.
All right.
Gotta hustle.
Gotta get ready here.
All right.
Are you ready?
Hey. This is pole position countdown this time. Ready?
All right.
No, nobody starts early. Ready?
Rip ears.
All right. Oh, Gamble, what the?
Gone. He is
Gone.
gone.
Gamble's like,
He is gone. He is not having that nonsense.
I am
today.
not. No. This Nox.
He still
Somebody
gets shot.
is messing with my Nox.
It's a death race, Gamble. It's a death race. You don't go in front.
There's something in the terrain there that makes me roll over like every time.
So there's something in the terrain that gets you wrecked every time. is
It's
what
called
you're
a
saying.
skill check.
Oh
No, that's
Crit
not it.
fail in the skill check.
Don't believe it, chat.
Crit fail
Not
in the
it.
agility check, guys.
Gamble, talk to the camera. Plead your case.
It's not. No, it's been sabotaged. They were. I saw. No.
TJ put his mic back.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Please.
Now
repeat.
I know.
Feel free.
Now I know.
DJ, really, it's not fair. Let's give Gamble a chance to
Go
explain
ahead,
himself.
Games. I'm sorry.
So-
I'm sorry.
Now I know why they got here an hour early. Because I woke up and went for breakfast and then nobody was there. And I came to the event and they were all sitting here giggling and laughing. Now I know why. Sabotaging my Nox.
That was fun.
I mean, we could have another. You asked.
I mean, we can.
Oh man. Woo. Would you like to race something else?
He hasn't raced
You know,
something
I
to
don't
begin
trust
with.
you guys anymore, so,
Why don't you get together
we could
and
try to
switch
do
Noxes?
a rover race.
No, meet up and switch Noxes.
That
Oh.
sounds fair.
Oh.
That does sound fair.
mean
but
I should
I'm
leave
not
my Nox?
No. Now I'm
But then,
taking.
what's
I'm
gonna
taking a
stop him
different
from running
Nox.
into something and then giving him that Nox.
I'm getting onto a different Nox, which is supposedly better.
Right. How about you get into a different Nox and we swap Noxes? Because
No.
this Nox is a
I
two-time
don't-
winner.
I don't believe
this
it.
is a two-time winner.
No.
A pedigree, if you
No.
will. Are you sure?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
It's not like I was going to turn off the ship and take out the keys or anything.
All right, this is my last chance, obviously.
Where are the keys on this
I
thing
need my
anyway?
redemption.
How do I suppress? I don't want to suppress any of these things. In fact,
All right, you are back at the starting point?
I am. I'm just playing around with the these things here. There are a bunch of systems on the Nox to help it be more stealthy. You can like suppress like the ammunition, the shields, the boosts, that kind of thing. I was kind of trying to see how they affected each other because it works really well
And
on the US Europa.
better hurry up. They're getting ready for a switch.
All right.
Ah, they're standing up.
All right.
Okay, well, let's go 3, 2, 1. Okay,
Go!
let's go.
All right.
Gamble, are you taking the same path? Don't take the same path.
I'm not taking the same path.
Sure
Looks like you're taking
I
the same
switched-
Looks like the
path.
same path.
I
Looks like the
switched-
same path.
I switched it up. Look at that.
Myra's just drifting, just having fun here.
Tactically.
The savagery continues.
The savagery continues. Live
Am I
on
still alive?
Stanton TV.
All right, it's time for a
No.
reset. They're swapping
Whoop.
out. They're
It's broken.
swapping out.
It's
right.
broken.
Guys, let's get some Fs in chat for
Yep.
starting to gamble.
Let's get some Rex in chat. And some savagery.
Sadly, not every citizen can be a racer. But that's okay.
Don't talk to me.
can't go that high. I can't go that high. So,
No,
all right.
no.
So we are in the process of another switch over. You see, we're doing some maintenance on our center camera at the moment right now, so we don't have our center camera. Look, I go to the center camera, and there's no signal. Keith, where's my camera? Sorry. So we're swapping out. We're bringing more people in. We're doing another server reset. Gamble, Meyer, jump on back in as soon as you can.
Yeah. Wait.
And DJ?
Zero. No, zero.
Yes.
Zero.
Why do you think Gamble lost those 3 races in a row?
I think Gamble lost those 3 races in a row, partially because Myers is savage and shot him every one of those races. And he was trying to be a very nice guy by not shooting him back.
Of the 3 times, he actually shot me in a way that that the knock started rolling by a shot. No, it was the terrain.
Yeah.
Rocks.
Sure. Yeah.
Sorry, I missed the races. Was Gamble outplayed?
In 2 of the races, Gamble got shot nicely. Actually, most of the races. All of the races, Gamble got shot.
He
didn't let Meyer take the lead and shoot him back, though.
Really?
That would have been the proper savage move.
You can only call it outplayed when you're playing.
True.
And I don't know what Gamble was doing there.
Saying it's outplayed is for closers.
All right, so we are back in on the new server.
Yeah. So I'm in right now.
All right, so what are we going to do now?
So I'm not sure if Sergeant Gamble is good for another Nox race.
No,
but we could.
I think we should explore a Cutlass. We haven't shown a Cutlass today.
Yeah, right.
We
That's a
haven't
good
really
idea.
explored a Cutlass.
Okay.
I think we should take a Cutlass. I think we should take it up into ammo.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. I have one right here.
Okay, I'm going to step out and have a conversation real
that-
quick.
Go.
Farewell.
On the other side.
There's one towards the
I think it's this one.
starting point. Yeah, that's me.
Yep.
I'm jumping.
There
right
we go.
Did you
Waving at him.
set up emotes?
Yeah, of course I did. I love this game.
So I got Sergeant Gamble running to catch up. Meyer not shooting him. I'm impressed right now. I'm impressed.
Look at that shot, though. Like, it's just, no matter which direction you look, it's like a wallpaper.
Exactly.
Yep.
Every single, even just this. That's
I'm a fan of those smoke effects. Like, it's like a fresh wreckage.
Yeah.
Just fresh destruction.
So this is the Drake Interplanetary Cutlass Black. It's a great ship. I love it so much. It's one of the 4 I want to say new ships coming out in 3.0. It's actually a refactored ship from the previous builds. It's now a hell of a lot more slicker. It looks amazing to go with the whole design aesthetic of Drake.
Right.
It looks like it can do so much more than it could before. Because before you had this a very similar layout, right? You didn't have these side doors, but you had a trap door here, and you had some beds, but you didn't have these. And I'm sure some citizens have seen these chairs before, but now they're actually usable. You can sit here and you're good. You can wait for. It's now a dropship.
It's actually that's what I wanted to say. It's now a pirate dropship as well. So.
I like the idea of seeing that you can take multiple vehicles in the back.
Right.
Have a 6-man squad right there with them, drop off. Like we were talking about this at breakfast. You could take the Noxes, put them in there, one on each side, and then 4 out the back, and we're good.
You got the vehicles that you can exit out of the back, and then you got the 2 sides where you can drop, like, the infantry, like people dropping on foot. It is a really strong ship.
Yeah. Can you open the doors because you have ownership?
Yes, I can.
Oh, that shot.
Yeah. Hold on. Go back
to that
Go
shot.
back to that pilot shot. I love that pilot shot.
That pilot shot is
The pilot
lovely.
shot inside the Cutlass.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
Jared
move the
loves
camera
this.
around. That's just amazing.
That is lovely. And that heavy armor, though.
Okay, now let's open the side. See if we can open the side doors.
All right, so we are gonna go to open the exterior. So we can now, from the cockpit, open the doors in the ship.
Yeah,
Look
that's
at that.
nice.
That is just lovely, right?
And see, this is one of the things that I was impressed by. Because,
Do a barrel roll.
yes,
Yeah, do a
let's.
barrel roll.
Oh, then the spinny trails. Glorious. So one of the things the thing that I like about this is that they were talking on one of the previous ATVs about having individual gravities for the ships, so you can have your ships inside of another ship without having to worry about everything being based on the planet, because you're going to be going from planet to planet. So we got Meyer showing his respects to those trails out the back of this ship, but
There he is. There he stands.
it's just a beautiful thing.
All
to
right,
see him
Gamble.
play.
Gamble and Meyer, your mission, should you choose to accept it, and you have to because I'm not giving you a choice.
Oh.
Gamble, pull straight up. Let's dump Meyer out the back.
All right, we gotta. Before we do, we gotta get to a full stop because I don't wanna lose him.
Okay. We're going to see if we can drop Meyer and pick him back up before he hits the ground.
Just fly backwards, decoupled, and scoop him.
No, he's got to. No, I'm gonna make this challenge level here. You're gonna dump Meyer, and then you're gonna fly down past him, and see if you can catch him.
Oh,
It's gonna be. This is
Like
gonna
a
be
ball
close
into a
because
cup.
they're gonna be switching soon.
hit it.
Yep.
Which is why now's the time.
Hey, you ready?
Hold on.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know about this, Rick.
Oh, jeez.
Do it in a run. Don't do it in a crawl.
Okay.
Don't risk the animation
Run
change
and
messing
jump.
up.
3, 2, 1.
Do it.
Let it rip. Whoa!
All right,
Nice.
he's out. There you go.
Oh, there he is. I see him.
Oh, geez,
Now
yeah.
go past him.
Go
Don't.
for
Yep.
him.
Yep. Now you have to go past him.
The question is, how much of a savage are you?
No. I want you to try to catch him.
Save me!
Hey, stop it! Stop it! We're trying to think.
All right.
He's falling fast now.
Yeah, I'm like.
All right, let me try to match his speed a little bit.
Oh, you're getting close. You're getting close.
I don't actually know where he is.
Straight down and keep going faster.
And
Keep
that-
going faster. I'm
And that's
no,
what
no.
you got to do right there. You got to talk to each other.
There we go,
to
there
make
we
this
go.
work.
Yeah, you put your gun away.
There we
Put
go.
my gun away. Okay.
So
Flailing animation is hilarious.
I see him.
Campbell, you got to speed up. man.
I
Oh,
see.
look at Gamble's
You got to speed up. man.
Gamble's
He's
view just
going.
looks
He's
like a
falling
little
faster
dot.
than you.
Gamble, the floor is getting bigger.
Yes, but hold on. I don't want to go too fast because I'll shoot by you.
I know.
There we go.
But if you shoot by him, that's the point
So
where you
so
talk.
keep
Straight right,
on me.
straight
Keep on me.
right. I can't move. Straight right.
There you go. There you go.
I got straight to the right.
Yeah,
Straight right, straight right.
Straight right.
Okay.
Oh,
Stop. Enough.
right there.
Okay, we got it. We got it. Hold on.
Straight down.
Straight down. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
tell
I
him
got
how
it.
to-
I got it.
straight
I got it.
Come
Maybe
on,
these people
Gamble.
should get some extra
I
minutes.
got
I
it.
don't want them to
I got it.
restart.
Hold on.
No. We're not going to stop this. This is whatever.
Okay, straight down.
If we run out of time, we run out of time.
Hold on. I got it.
Come on,
I got
Gamble.
it. I got
Now
it.
straight back. Now
Yeah,
straight back. Very
Just watch
slowly.
his screen.
Straight back, man.
I got it. Just give me a second.
Gamble, I heard falling hurts.
Give me a second.
I promise this is the first time this has ever been attempted. Ever. We've never tried this in.
Oh, the ground's
Oh,
getting
you
closer.
Stop moving. Stop moving. Stop moving.
I'm not. Okay.
Right there. There you go. Now come down. Come down.
Oh, jeez.
Campbell, you got to break, man. Or like not boost.
Yeah, he's coming closer now.
All right. All right. All right. He's straight right a little bit.
Right a little bit more.
Oh.
Down a tiny bit. Right.
Oh my gosh! If he pulls this off,
I will give
Down,
you both
down,
kisses
down,
on the mouth.
Down.
Almost.
listen.
Almost.
If you
Oh, jeez.
Oh!
Okay,
Just-
we can try to
you
hold
still
on.
got
Hold
time.
on.
You
We
still
got
got
time. We
time.
got time. We got time.
Watch this
Maybe he
screen.
can go
Rip
through the
ears,
side
guys.
door.
Rip ears. Okay, yeah. You hang there, Meyer. Can you move? Can
No,
you?
I cannot.
can't.
Hold on.
He can't.
Watch me.
if you get this, I'm paying for dinner tonight.
Come on. Straight down. Oh,
Okay.
oh, jeez, Gamble. Okay, now.
Oh.
So,
Oh, slow down to the left.
my gosh,
Oh,
almost.
Oh, so close. Come on, the floor. Come on. Come on.
Okay, we got this. We got this.
Don't
We got this. We got this. We got this.
Oh, it's getting close.
Dude, watch me, because I need
Yeah.
to focus on
Yeah.
your screen right now.
Yep.
Okay.
Opposite
this is-
direction.
Yeah, yeah,
Opposite
yeah,
direction.
yeah.
When they said, "Hey, Disco, why don't you demonstrate the seamless transition?" This is probably not what they had in mind.
Yeah, stop moving because
This is the last chance. This is the last chance.
that's the wrong way.
Try it.
Up.
Okay.
Oh! Robbed.
And they're
Yeah,
switching.
they're switching
That
out.
is perfect. That is perfect.
Oh my gosh.
But gentlemen, kudos.
Well
played.
It was
all of
so
you.
that
well
second
done.
That was
attempt.
That second time
Oh,
was so good.
that was lovely.
Man, I'm sweating.
That
Me
was
too. I
lovely.
got sweaty palms.
That was like an interstellar moment.
That was
like,
lovely.
that was great.
So we've lost our center camera. I don't know where it went, but hopefully it comes back soon.
Well done,
That was
gentlemen.
All
good.
right. In the meantime, let's go ahead and watch that prospector video one more time.
Good.
You know, the next time we try this, I want to take a Nox into the ship as well.
We can, but we're not completely sure how the Nox is going to be moved in zero gravity. Well, they're not in zero gravity. It's probably going to fall down.
We don't know.
We can try.
Because this is supposed to be a Legacy 2.0, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we're going to give this another try.
Jack is listening to you right now and saying again.
Yeah.
All right.
Again with the Nox.
Mike's on.
So these videos from yesterday are up and available.
Yeah, I'll make these. I'll make these
31.
ones available on YouTube in just a second.
Sweet.
Which shows? Which one?
Also, I want to since we were playing the Cutlass, I want to re-show the Cutlass commercial. I was not ready.
We'll do it live.
We're not ready for this. There we go. There's a Cutlass commercial there.
Oh, okay.
Not ready to make that happen.
Go into 31.
Okay.
Because we'll have, like, all the ships for us.
It was good. It's playing out in my head again. Like, oh man.
I was surprised that it was working so well. That last attempt was 2 feet off. Get inside it.
Yeah, I think something sparked off the ship as well.
Yeah.
So we have made the both videos, the Prospector and the Ursa video, are live on our YouTube channel right now. I was multitasking while that was happening. So if you want to watch them without us talking our way through them, they're available live on our YouTube channel in the ship commercials playlist. All right, so these guys are working their way back to the Cutlass. They're going to try it again.
All right, I'm taking the Nox with me this time as well.
What are you going to do with the Nox now?
Huh? I'm gonna take it with us as well.
For why?
Oh.
All right.
Just to take a Nox. Do it. Do it.
I didn't see why Nox.
He'll be here all week, folks.
No, he won't.
Bring it in.
Not with jokes like that. The Lando giveth. The Lando can taketh away.
Oh.
I get enough of that from Ben. I don't need it from you, Myers.
You know what? Let me just turn around here as well, so that I can drive out. Whoa.
You turn around inside the Cutlass.
Yeah. There's enough space in this thing. There we go.
I can't confirm it can be done. I did it yesterday.
Hey, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Okay.
there we go.
I'm switching here because I love this seat animation. There you go.
Power off.
All right. Let Meyer close the door, or are you going to close the doors?
Gamble has to close the door because he has ownership.
Okay.
It's like the getting used to the item 2.0 that you are actually with the interface system, and I have times now that's like it's not working. My ship is not working, and then it's like, oh, you got to turn it on.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Gamble's in control of the Cutlass.
And I'm in the back again. I've already accepted my fate.
Have you hopped in the turret yet?
While
you're on the way up.
I have not actually, so I'll do that.
All right, so this is the new turret in the Cutlass that Meyer is entering right now.
And much like the ship, if you don't turn the turret on, it doesn't function.
Yep.
Or if you're Meyer, you'll press the exit button
Good
instead
job,
of powering it on.
Good job, Meyer.
Admire everyone.
Good job.
Good job.
Yeah, we didn't do it. We didn't do a great job at securing the Nox, so you're seeing the Nox spaz the ship out a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, we're reaching atmosphere here, so I'm gonna power down. Let me get the right position.
Can I shoot the ship? I can. It says
That'd
weapon
be horrible
change fire
design.
mode. Oh, you can change it to alternating.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I did not know you could do that. And if I change it again, all right, that's interesting. That's really neat.
All right. So you guys ready to try this?
Yeah.
All right, you probably can do it through one of the side doors, or are you bringing the Nox with you?
We'll see how the Nox is because I didn't secure it.
Yeah, I think the Nox is actually bugged out in the hold now because it wasn't secured.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the Nox is going to be an option for you.
All right, so the
Oh, no,
side
there it
door
is.
is
It is
open.
I could try the Nox.
But no,
It's going to be hard enough to catch you.
yeah. You
All right.
catch the free fall.
Okay.
All right, go through the side door so I can actually see you falling down right away.
Well,
All
he's
right.
blocked the side door.
There we go. Whoa.
Okay, he's out.
Can you see him?
No?
I'm to your right.
He's out.
Your other right.
The Drake Flutog is in
There we
effect.
go, there it is.
Can you see me?
Yeah, I
I'll
see.
shoot you otherwise. Yeah.
All right.
Come on.
Okay. You see Meyer on.
You're falling
Yeah,
like
most-
20 meters a second, I guess. 21, 22. Let's take this easy.
Nice and easy.
Is the back open?
The back is open.
Okay. You want to straight up now.
Hold on.
This is the our spin on the catch and release. This is the Drake release and catch.
Oh, you want to straight left and down now. All right. Now you want to straight just backwards
yep,
and up.
Okay, nobody breathe. You 2,500 people in Twitch chat. Stop breathing.
Good, good. Can you keep in one direction?
Okay, like this.
And I'm not talking about the group,
Wait, is that the bottom of your ship?
because
right?
everything is mirrored for me right now.
Okay. Should I face the other way so it's
No,
not?
no, you're perfect.
No, you keep telling him to go left. It's like right now, you're
Yeah.
looking at what's up top for you
Mhm.
is the bottom of the cutlass.
Right.
There you go.
Oh.
No.
No. They're trying to distract me.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh!
He fell through.
All right, that counts though.
I came
That
out the side,
counts,
I
right?
came out the side door. I came out the side door.
Yeah,
I came
you
through.
did come out the side door.
Oh man.
Let's try it one more time. See if we can do it without falling through the side door.
Jared,
You got.
he needs to take this machine for a little bit.
We're live in the middle of our broadcast. All right. They're commandeering our computers. All right, so Meyer,
Yes.
we're down to just you for a moment.
Okay.
So
And there's not much you're going to be doing.
yeah. So why don't you go ahead and reset your character there?
Okay.
You're gonna go ahead and reset your character. We'll start back down. Paul Rendell, senior super gameplay programmer extraordinaire at Cloud Imperium Games Los
Coming
Angeles.
through with the
Has come and
takeover.
just taken our computer.
All right. So while we're waiting for Gamble to get back, there was one last thing I wanted to show you guys about the well, I guess the power mechanics within the OSR rover. Hopefully, we can do that this time without the server stopping us. But okay, so I'm gonna go inside. Close the door. Turn off my headlights. Get in here. Get in here. All right, so really quickly, so when I engage the systems, you can see here that the vehicle is using this much power right now, and this much is required for it to work. So there are components on the vehicle that I can go ahead and I can use. I can click the Components tab right here. And you can see that there are a bunch of other stuff we can do. We can engage the other shields, which will also use up more power. I can engage the other cooler, which will use more power. I can turn the turret on, which doesn't, and then I can also engage the bulldogs.
All right, Meyer.
Which, yeah.
He needs your computer now too.
Okay.
It's all right.
What?
Give it up.
It's all right. Do it now. Paul Rundell's time is very important. Paul Rundell is here, working on all of our builds and demos to make sure they function as properly as they can. I have no idea what he's doing specifically at the moment, but I know that Paul Rundell is one of the most important people in our office, so I'm not going to ask any questions. But
So,
how about
did we?
Hi, Paul.
Hey guys,
What are you doing?
just updating the scripts.
Just updating the scripts?
Yep.
And what do the scripts do?
The script is pulling the latest build, it's updating all the machines, and it's one button press to update everything. And we have a rollback script now to go back to a previous version if there's something wrong with the new version.
Okay, then.
Yep. And it should take like 10 more seconds and I should be gone, and then you can go back to game action.
No, it's
fun
okay.
Stuff.
No, we're seeing live script updating only from the only live stream from the Gamescom show floor to have live script updating. I guarantee you that.
All right.
All right, chat. So were you satisfied with that Cutlass catch?
Yes.
Was that okay?
Yeah,
That was pretty boss.
you made it in. You made it in square in the rear door.
All right.
I think that counts.
I don't even know what he said. What is he doing? Just fixing some stuff?
Yeah, he's
Well,
fixing
he's
stuff.
updating some
Cool. Sounds good.
catching ability.
It's all right. So now, guys, what's next?
All right. So, fancy another race?
Another race, eh?
Yes.
Get your chat off the screen, Gamble.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Good job.
Good
Good job.
In what kind of in an Ursa?
We could do an Ursa race. I think it'll be a bit less deadly, seeing as it'll be like one-on-one. So actually, I don't know. I think chat actually wants us to do that one last time.
The
Chat was
Noxus
saying
one.
to
Well, at
close,
this point, it's been going so long. By the time you got up there, you'd hit a reset.
Yeah.
This
Right,
is not a
yeah.
good time to try
We
that
are
again.
not in the same server as the other guys right now.
No?
No.
Especially for the
Also
thing
further
that
away
we
from
wanted to do, we jumped into the separate server.
Oh, okay. We'll try it again.
We could try one last. Yeah, sure. And then, okay, so instead of an Ursa rover race, how about a Gladius race instead after this?
We can do it all.
We can do. I think I just hit a speed bump.
No, you parked on top of something, which means you're done
Yeah,
for that
you're-
rover.
you're-
Get out. Good job. Nice brakes.
That did.
Actually, given the time frame and how we have Aaron Roberts coming soon, why don't we do the Gladius races now?
Knocks go according to plan.
Yes.
The Gladius races.
The Gladius races now.
Way to
All
push
right.
the Nox.
Also, you're not supposed to park the Ursa on top of the Nox.
Not a good idea.
I have to say, I did Knocks go according to plan.
No, you don't have to say that. That's my point. You do
don't
not
understand.
have to say
He'll
that.
I
be
don't
here all week,
understand.
folks.
It's going to be harder to figure out the track with the Gladiuses.
We'll think of something. I mean, look, we can go slightly higher up, and then I do believe I saw a mountain range that we could go around with like a really neat ravine. So it's not impossible.
Yeah, and
First one to leave atmosphere, re-enter atmosphere, and hit the ground.
Well, we haven't shown the
We
night.
could do that. We could do.
Okay, no, there's a first person to the dark side. First person to the Terminator.
Oh, nice.
To the,
First
to the
person to the
Kylo
dark
Ren
side.
line.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, first person to the Kylo Ren line.
You have to get out and do an emote at the sunset, and then you win.
Now, one thing I did note that for chat when they were saying like, why don't you just close the side doors? Well, Gamble is the pilot. The locking system is in place in 3.0, so Meyer can't just go and close the doors that he doesn't want open. So, in the pilot seat, since there's already a ton of buttons, they only have one option: open doors, close doors. So the only way to get that to happen would be to have Gamble or whoever's the pilot open up the rear door before getting into the cockpit and raising up. And that's super awesome because a lot of people complain like somebody stole my ship.
All right. Let's go ahead and.
All right.
All right, so let's put the sun at your back.
Okay.
Put the sun at your back like that. And first person to complete darkness.
Okay.
Ready?
I can get Gamble to complete darkness pretty fast, to be honest. I mean, like,
The savagery continues.
wait, have we started?
No.
I'm not able to target you, though.
Press.
No, there we go. There we
Alright.
go.
Yeah.
Okay, come on back.
I'll come to him.
Beep, beep, beep. There we go.
And there is no quantum drive in this build. They do not have access to quantum drive.
There is no fun to run, yeah.
Okay, ready?
Not yet.
Tyler Wicken, you
Yes.
count this down.
Okay, ready?
You're the race
All right,
lady.
Here we go. On your mark. Oh, I'll count down a number. 45, 44. I'm just kidding. 3, 2, 1, go.
Meyer with the early start.
Yo.
I know, right?
Yeah,
I saw that.
it
The
wasn't slow.
savagery continues.
All right, Meyer. Oh, Gamble's taking up front really quickly.
How much fuel do you have, Gamble?
A lot.
You do not.
I do.
Yeah. Okay, the first person to land in total darkness.
You have 50% more fuel.
You have to land in total darkness.
Land in total darkness, okay. All right, I see you, actually. You're down there. There you are. On the radar.
So Gamble's in the lead.
Meyer.
Myers.
Oh, is that a thing? Okay.
Meyer, what are you locking on for?
Hey, Meyer.
No
Meyer.
missiles! No
Meyer.
missiles!
Meyer.
Yeah?
Raise your landing gear, for Christ's sake.
My landing gear is raised.
No, looking at your UI there, it says landing gear
No
deploying.
missiles.
It's a HUD thing.
Okay, we're good.
What do you say? I couldn't hear you over the sound of these missiles.
The savagery. It continues.
Remember, first person to land in darkness.
Yep. I see what you're trying to do. Swinging behind me. Have you locked your missiles yet?
Is this my water?
Yes.
No.
Just
Get some third person perspective here.
just make sure you don't run out of fuel.
Okay.
Show us some third person, Gamble.
So like the higher up you are and the further away you are from the planet, the faster you go. So right now I'm my top speed is, I think that the top speed of the ship itself, the maximum safe speed is like 600 meters per second. 660. There we go.
Actually, I see something in the chat that I think is an important point to make. Somebody said, why is quantum disabled? Somebody said, because 3.0 is not ready. That is not the case.
No, it's because we are playing 3.0, and we want to keep everybody here on Daymar for the purpose of our
blackout?
demo.
No.
Hey,
So we have removed quantum travel so that people can't leave Daymar.
they're literally, the line at our booth is doing the wave.
I was wondering
See
why
the
the
wave?
tapping happened.
Hold
You
on.
guys see the wave?
All right, ready?
Go.
You ready? It's wrapping around. It's us. It's hitting
Nice.
us.
Disco wants no parts of the wave.
I'm driving the show. All right, yeah, that looks pretty dark, Meyer. Maybe you should take a landing.
Yep. I was just doing a loop of victory.
Well, you haven't landed yet. That's a premature loop of victory.
All right, so you see now I can't see the ground.
I know. That's.
Oh, I'm at the ground.
Come to a complete stop. Come to a complete stop.
You gotta get out. You gotta get out.
Oh, you better catch yourself. Look at that. Look at that.
So, Gamble, are you safely on the ground, Gamble?
I'm almost safe on the ground.
Turn on your torch to prove it.
Gamble
Torch.
has won the race.
Got
Oh,
him.
the weather's a little crazy over there.
Got
First
him.
person to land on the dark side of Daymar.
You're glad he's about to float away. Or just jammed in the ground.
Meyer doesn't
Where are you
say.
going, Meyer?
I'm going to him.
You don't say.
This is the statue
Yes.
of Nightmare.
Back up, Gamble. I want to see this. Go ahead, fire off.
I'm pressing the hold button right now, unless it's been rebound by Gamble was here yesterday. Oh, I think I hit him.
Yes, you're closer to the ground than you think.
Yeah. Okay. I'm now upside down. You know what? I'm gonna get out of this ship before I.
FPS battle in the dark.
Oh yeah. Open the canopy, exit the ship. There we go. Get out.
Yeah, turn your flashlight on.
I was higher than I thought. Oh, I'm
There
alive.
you go. There you
Okay.
go. Now
All right.
find him.
So where are you guys?
How far away were you from me when you last
What was
started
that
at
up
me?
in the sky? Is that this way to the right a little bit? Oh, never mind. Oh, it's just the stars.
A while away, actually, I think. I crashed into you and then I spun out.
Look at Crusader.
Crusader. Oh,
It looks so gorgeous.
do the same.
Okay, you guys have the same perspective on Crusader, so you got to be somewhat closer to each other. Close
Right.
to each other.
I think I'm slightly in front of him, so I'm gonna look this way. You can see my torch though.
I would say head towards Crusader,
Okay.
and you know you're gonna meet. Okay, so so Meyer is heading towards a big
It kind
rock.
of looks like Meyer is a little bit to the left of me.
Okay, Meyer, stick where that big rock is.
Okay.
Gamble, turn towards Crusader. Turn right. Turn right. Turn right. It's that big rock on your left. Turn left a little bit. That rock. I think that's the rock where Meyer is.
Oh,
No.
Gamble. I think Gamble just saw him. Maybe.
See-
Yeah, keep running that way. I think I saw.
I see him.
There you go. There you go. Run towards him, Meyer.
Yeah, you can see his
Oh,
torch.
don't turn your torch off.
Oh.
No, keep your torches on. Keep your torches on.
Yeah, keep your torch on. I want to see what it looks like.
Keep your torches on.
That's so cool. I did not expect for me to actually see his torch from that distance, because in other games that's not.
Yeah, there's no draw distance.
No.
Come on, meet up.
Hey, meet up. Don't shoot up, man.
Oh, I thought this was a death
But yeah,
match.
no, it is a death match.
Oh, okay. Come on, man. Don't shoot me.
But charge each other.
Oh, turn your torches on.
You're out of bullets, aren't you?
Serpentine, 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 serpentine.
Now I'm out of bullets.
You're both gonna run out of ammo, and then you're just gonna have to watch the
Melee!
sunset together.
Melee!
Melee attack. But he's wearing heavy armor. It's not gonna work.
Nope. Heavy armor wins.
I am not able to shoot. I'm not able to reload. I got some major blot loss.
Oh!
And there we go.
Because you're dead.
So as is customary to my people, I shall now.
Gotta do it in third person. Gotta do it in
Yeah,
third person.
third-
Ah, you
third
waited too long.
You shall now.
And now, Meyer, you're
You're kind of losing momentum right now.
As the victor, you are left to die of asphyxiation on the dark side of Daymar. Congratulations in your prize, Meyer.
I shall wait here until the next challenger approaches.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool that you can actually see each
Yep.
other from a
right,
really
reset.
large distance.
The king of Nightmare.
And like
Yep.
being able to spot each other with
Yeah.
flashlights.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yes, I can see the custom FPS matches, like the Star Citizen Competitive Combat League or whatever, the dark side of the moon firefights,
Yes.
firefight melees. I can see that happening already.
Invitationals somewhere on the world.
I love it.
Nightmare Invitationals, yes.
Okay. Now, did we ever get a really good look at the Prospector? Because I think we tried.
We tried, but we didn't. So we'll do
All right,
it. Yeah.
let's go take a look at the Prospector.
So the Prospector's on the secondary landing base. I'll go there now.
Yep.
It looks like Sergeant Gamble's Nox has not had its V8 this morning.
Oh.
Yeah. Myers and Ursa.
All right. So I'm pretty sure if I go in here and I do that, I should be able to go faster now because that's the secondary engine, isn't it? There we go. That's better. Are you shooting at me?
Nope.
All right, so let's go into the same Prospector then.
Same Prospector.
Oh. What?
Gamble is presenting. Welcome to the 53rd annual Westminster Dog Show.
I really do. I love this. The fact that you can like the animations, man. Like the way they all like seam into each other. The way you can like walk like this. You can turn, and then your character moves supernaturally, but not supernaturally. And then you can like you can scroll. You can move faster. It's a really good way of doing it. You know, like it's more granular. It helps really with that feeling of immersion. You know.
Definitely, because you're not going to be, if you're going to be on a spaceport doing some leisure activities, you're not going to be running around.
We have 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Gentlemen, before we have to take our intermission and prep for special guest Aaron Roberts.
Okay.
So you got 10 minutes.
I'll wait in the back.
Yeah, and as we talked about yesterday as well, there's a lot of placeholders there right now. But you can see that there's going to be a lot to this ship. You have a small kind of maintenance area in the back here.
Yeah, so the placeholders specifically that Gamble's talking about are these screens here. And for those citizens that are watching, they know exactly what I'm talking about here. We've seen the new kiosk system. We've seen how these screens and monitors will work. They'll be like proper bespoke, like a picture-in-picture. Like you'll be able to like see holograms and all that, and well, models and all that kind of stuff within all these monitors. Anyway,
Right.
Do you want to fly?
Sure.
I wonder if the internal lights will turn on when you
Power up.
Yeah, I'll stand here and I'll see. They do.
They do.
That's amazing.
In a fashionable way.
Yeah. That's really cool. Like they actually glowed on and stuff.
Let's join him in the cockpit.
All right. So let's see if I can see exactly what he's seeing here.
Yeah, so the only thing that is missing from the ship right now is the actual silos.
Saddlebags, yeah.
Yeah.
So right now, do you have any throttle whatsoever? I mean, any throttle. Are you like going forwards at all?
No, well, I can.
All right.
And of course, from the exterior,
a beautiful shot right there.
you
It
can
is.
you can see Meyer and
Maya,
Gamble.
that's gorgeous.
Let's take it up into orbit.
Into orbit. This has to be one of my favorite canopies in any of the ships, to be honest.
And you can see the conversion, the engines.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that view.
So when you say conversion of the engines, what exactly do you mean?
They went from atmosphere flight mode up into space flight mode.
So, like this.
The intakes. I call them engines, but they're intakes.
The
Right.
intakes right there.
Yeah.
They go down.
Yeah.
We're going into
So
landing
the
mode.
VBTOL and stuff like that.
And now we're going back into flight mode. See those effects?
Yeah.
The blue.
That's awesome. So I made my guy sit down by your side with my railgun.
With your railgun.
With my
obviously.
railgun.
There we go.
Fire your railgun inside the ship.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
You don't have to tell Meyer again.
Yeah. Keep this point of view, Gamble. Keep this point of view. Don't change the camera at all. Meyer. Don't shoot. Don't shoot him. Shoot the. Come forward.
Yes.
So we can see you in the screen.
Yeah.
Shoot the
There you go.
window.
Yeah, shoot the window.
Okay.
Oh, it's not showing your shoot animation,
No.
unfortunately.
Oh.
Maybe you should, if you change weapons, get it out again.
Okay.
Get back here.
Right.
And now
There you go.
change to the railgun.
Now change the weapon again. There we go.
There we
Okay.
go. I should work at CIG. I'm a genius.
Look at that. It's like context aware. Like
Yep.
it knows.
It knows.
Yes.
It knows, it knows, it knows.
Oh, that looks good.
Oh. Now here's what you do. Now you be yourself
Now shoot
and
Gamble.
shoot Gamble.
Okay. Sorry, Gamble.
No, he's not.
Nah, I'm not. Oh, now I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I'm wearing that heavy armor though.
Heavy armor OP. Heavy armor's too OP.
Gonna recommission your vehicle right
Okay,
here, sir.
try right ahead.
Oh,
Now we've killed the player in the cockpit and taken their
Yeah.
Yeah.
their prospector before. Somebody go to the image count, the issue council,
Cancel.
and say,
Heavy armor's too OP.
"What are you doing, Meyer?"
the ladder is down. Ah, I see. That's not weird at all.
That's not weird at all. No.
That's gorgeous is what it is.
I want to climb down the ladder in space.
Good job. Good job. Come on. Instantaneous. Just disappeared.
At least the door like auto closed behind him.
I'm not gonna pick him up in this door though.
No.
No, just hit him. See if you can kill him by collision.
Ooh, that's gonna be. I lost him probably.
yeah.
I was afterburning as well, so.
Oh yeah, you're long gone.
Yeah, I can't even see him anymore.
Bye-bye.
Jared, I just got a message from Will Leverett. It says, I know you're live on stream, but you should know something.
Okay.
I ate all the goldfish on your desk. Thanks, Will.
Once again, we're seeing those cool particle effects of leaving the atmosphere.
So the particle effects there, what are they doing exactly? So that they're showing the it's going around the shields, right? Not the actual hull of the ship, right?
Right.
In the way it's dispersing.
Because a lot of people were confused about that online. They were saying, that doesn't make any sense. Why is it that it's not hovering over the hull itself?
Yeah.
And it's actually been explained in one of the previous episodes of ATV, I believe, that it's the effect is actually going over the ship's shields and not the hull of it.
Yeah.
So if the shields were down, different story.
Yeah.
All right, we have a couple more minutes here. Oh, look at that.
That's something.
Seeing this with that view,
Yes.
with such a wide
Yeah.
cockpit glass, that looks amazing.
It makes me wonder if through use of the extensive component system, obviously this has the prospector will come with industrial components and whatnot, but maybe swapping them out with military grade components. I want to see if some people might try to turn their prospector into a little bit of a dogfighter.
That would be impressive.
I'm not saying it's going to be the most effective dogfighter,
No.
but it would be interesting to me to see somebody try.
I'd love to see that done with simply the Aurora, like the starter ship,
Okay.
because that's what you.
Hey, Gamble, keep this angle exactly like this. Just go full throttle. Just take your hands off the throttle. Just let it go. I want to see this happen. I want to see this happen right now. This is like 2001 Star Child right here.
Well, there we go. We have arrived at your destination. Don't
So-
forget to tip your. That
Ladies
was
and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We've safely reached
that was
the
not what
day
Jared
mark.
expected right
Those
here.
shields, though.
But
So, currently I'm standing where what Gamble's ship should look like.
Yes.
These are one of the wreckages that are all
This
around
is
the
what
place.
Gamble should look like right now.
Yeah. So I can actually turn on the lights and actually go inside and explore this wreck.
So yeah. So that's that prospector's got like Gorilla Glass 9000. It's way better than the iPhone.
So in the actual finished game, or in the finished patch in 3.0 when it goes live to everybody else, these wreckages will be scattered all around the different moons available for us.
Yep.
And some of them will be tied to actual missions. You have to find out exactly what happened. Like you'll be able to learn more about the history of the universe that way as well. So for instance, like this Caterpillar, this is a big ship, and it's made of several different components and parts. In fact, every single piece of rubble in this general area are all from that one ship. So I can, so you can imagine like being told like you have a mission to go find this caterpillar, and then you have to like go inside and search it. You have to explore and look for the black box. Check to see if maybe in the cargo hold it has any weaponry that you can go and collect, that kind of stuff. Anything that you can scavenge or salvage. Literally, this is what I'm waiting for. This is what I'm looking for the most in this patch, and that it really is just the freedom of exploration. And I think CIG released a really awesome video just showcasing that feature. And yeah.
All right. With that, that ends our first 2-hour block, guys. We are going to take a short, like 15-minute break. We're going to be back at the top of the hour, hopefully with Director of Global Development, Aaron Roberts. We'll see you then. we're back. Welcome to our live from the Gamescom show for 2017 Spectacular Extravaganza Extraordinaire. I'm your host, Community Content Manager Jared Huckabee, and joining us for this hour on our Happy Hour segment is none other than the incomparable Mr. Aaron Roberts. Aaron, how you doing?
Not too bad.
Thank
Hello,
you.
everyone.
Thank you so much for joining us here on the show today.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's nice being here, actually, seeing everybody and everyone playing the game and stuff like that. It's been fantastic.
Have you seen anything particularly cool while you've been here?
Oh, in the show itself,
Yeah.
and stuff. I've spent most of my time in the business booth.
All right. Now, the business booth, for folks who might not be aware of how this works, there's the big flashy show floor booth that's available to the public. The B2B booth is where Chris spends most of the time, and Aaron, of course, doing live demos for members of the press.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yep. And that happens every single year, and it's often a precursor to much of what you will see on Friday at our Gamescom presentation live from the Gloria Theater at 7 p.m. UTC. Now, for this hour, while we have Aaron, we're going to get right to brass tacks. We're going to take full use of our time. We've got our community broadcasters, Sergeant Gamble, Meyer, and DJ Knight. They are in the driver's seat this hour. They're asking your questions live from Twitch chat. So if you're watching on YouTube or you're in our own Spectrum chat, if you want to ask questions of Aaron Roberts, please go to twitch.tv/StarCitizen and enter your questions there. You can preface your question with the word question in capital letters surrounded by brackets. That's going to help these three gentlemen pull those questions out between all the other chat detritus. You ready, Aaron?
Yep, all ready to go.
All right. It's your show, guys.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you again.
No problem.
Okay, so we had a few questions that we asked Brian earlier yesterday, and I thought that maybe we should ask those ones again, just so we can kind of establish a kind of like a base point before we move on to other places.
Okay.
So my first question to you would be, so right now in this demo, what we've had is a lot of fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've been able to fly our ships, we've been able to ride the rovers, go to the bases. So what can we expect from what we have here to the actual release?
So what we're showing here is basically it's basically you're in 3.0. You're playing on a planet's surface. What we've done is basically turned off the ability to quantum travel.
Right.
And so you're basically just staying on one planet, and just you can see how much you can do just on one planet. Just when you're just messing around, having fun on there. And obviously
Right.
we have in 3.0 has a whole solar system.
Yeah.
And so in there, you obviously not only have the planets and the moons. You have we have we have the different moons. We have obviously the space stations. We have obviously new systems in play for 3.0, including trading, the whole new 2.0 system which you've seen here in terms of the ship side, in terms of how the mobiGlas works, how you take missions. There's been a huge amount of work which has gone in behind the scenes in the technology to bring it all together.
Right.
Which is one of the reasons why it's like there's so many different moving parts in terms of trying to get this together that we're obviously now plowing through all these issues to try and get 3.0 to everybody as fast as possible.
Right. Awesome.
So following up on that, obviously we heard from Brian yesterday that it is a combination of all kinds of details that are bugs and that are keeping 3.0 for pushing to life. What for you and your team has been up till now, in the development of 3.0, have been the biggest blocker for you? There's a few, because you're basically trying to get getting some of the systems in place is one of the big ones, and so you have and then also supporting we've obviously been in the middle of rewriting the whole multiplayer infrastructure because we need it so we can basically we can have server transfers going on, so basically we can get more people into the system. So there's a lot of different things going on. We basically came up with the whole system in place, so we can stream in and stream out objects, again we'll call object containers, and so we can basically stream the different elements in when we need them, we don't need them. We're still working on some of that tech. Right. In fact, some of that tech is more likely to come in for later on down the road for 3.1 than 3.0, but still we have a huge amount of stuff going on there in terms of putting gameplay systems like we talked about trading, about the ability to lift and carry stuff, to do missions, to explore, to get the new type of weapons in terms of the FPS side, getting a huge amount of new clothes and customizations, getting not only getting the ships working 2.0 but also getting ship items working, so you can actually now start upgrading your ships, so you can basically put new power plants in, you can do all that kind of stuff. This is a load of stuff just coming together. Right. And then getting all that to work is one big thing for all the rewriting we're doing. Right, exactly. So you mentioned player amount, for example. Do you have an initial aim that you want to go for on the first release? How many players are we thinking about?
I'm probably not going to go into numbers now, but we're obviously going to push to get as many as we can with 3.0. But then that will then exponentially increase as we go through the new, as we get a lot more of the multiplayer support in, and as we get like the elements we're building in, and as we go to 3.1 and so forth, then we'll increase the amount of players that can be in one instance at the same time.
Right. Can we expect 24 plus from the beginning? Is that something you can share?
You can expect what we have now, and plus probably more.
Right. Okay.
Now, you mentioned items.
Yep.
A lot of people are big on the items. We've got the new interaction system to where everything is completely different in terms of having to use the F key to actually focus on individual pieces of your ship. So that gives a little bit more detail. So that helps out people that are ready to get in and play. That helps out people that are ready to get into role playing. Is this the first implementation of that? Is there going to be more added to that sort of system?
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be, so the interaction side, obviously we have the F key now, so it makes it very easy, so you can press F, you can see what you can interact with, and you can look at it, and you can do the stuff. But there's a level of detail in terms of not just how the player does stuff, but also as we go forward, the AI will interact as well, in terms of, AI actually have routines they'll go and do. They'll go, if they're a maintenance person, they'll go around and they'll maintain areas of the ship and fix things and so forth. And it's just getting that level of detail where you could actually follow a AI around and see what it does. Like literally, the AI will go to bed and sleep, and then get up when it's time, wander off, do his things, get some food when he's hungry, come back, sit down, and that's what we want to. So you can actually just wander around this world and see this sort of living, breathing sort of like world. Coming together, and then as a player you can do lots of the same sort of stuff. So if in terms of like the Item Port 2.0 stuff with the really cool stuff, like we've got the proper oxygen systems in there now. So if you're not wearing your helmet, then you've probably seen and you can see it here in 3.0. If you basically unequip your helmet, you will die because you're in vacuum. And the same thing you can do in ships, and so you can now in ships or even in space stations, or you can basically remove oxygen from rooms. And then obviously people, if they're not in their helmets, will obviously die if they don't get their helmets and so forth. So there's a lot of inherent gameplay coming in that, let's say if you're attacking someone's base or something, you could just create a vacuum quickly, try and get some people out that way. Or they could do the vice versa, they could go take the power down, which then takes all the life support systems down, and you have to get that fixed before they kind of take the ship or the space station over.
So you mentioned NPCs moving around, doing their own thing. That's part of the new subsumption system.
Yeah.
I was wondering, so how deep does that go? So you mentioned that they have day cycles or like life cycles, throughout the day. Let's say, for instance, like I'm a bounty hunter on a planet, like let's say Arcor, and I have a mission where I have to go take out this guy. And generally, he has a pretty safe schedule. Will I be able to see him one day and he has a name, and then if I log on the following day, will he be there? Will that NPC be persistent, or will the NPCs just kind of be entities that spawn?
They will be. Well, it depends. So some of them will be created for for specific missions and so forth things. But a lot of the system also we want to build is basically creating almost more sort of global sort of events. And so on an NPC side, so probably will be spawned, but they will exist and so forth, things like that. But on a player side, obviously we want to create, if you become very notorious as a player, then we want to have that sort of, interaction in terms of people will hear about you. There might be news bulletins about the players doing this and so forth. Missions might be created to go take that player and so forth and things.
Okay.
But typically on an NPC side, yes, you'll get a mission, and then basically you'll then go do there, and you can come do it with obviously as many people as you want to go to that location, but typically those missions, they will be there. They obviously will go there. I mean, we wouldn't want to set it. I mean, we could actually set up a system where you do work out what time of day they'll be there and so forth, and go there, and we actually can do that. But typically on the sort of first set of missions for 3.0, you'll go there. Then, obviously if you accept a mission, then basically you can. We obviously ensure that your objectives are there at that time and so forth.
Okay, right. So. Another question, a bit completely different.
Can I get a little follow-up on the actual, what we're talking about now?
Okay.
Like you were talking about the whole NPC system, that they will have a cycle that will go, they wake up, they start their day, they do their things, and then, go back to bed. Like, how much of an area are we thinking about? There will be important NPCs and there will be less important NPCs. Are the more important NPCs actually able to travel in a wider variety of space? So would an NPC, for example, at one point be on Terra and decide to get into a ship and fly off to a moon?
At the moment we're talking mostly purely about basically in a location. So,
Right.
like, if you're on a planet, then the NPCs would operate in that planet, they'll do things in that location, and the same on ships and so forth, and the same deal. And we haven't got, you will have NPCs who do that, but that'll be much more in the base of a mission or something
Right.
like that, where we create and they do that kind of stuff and things like that.
Right.
Okay.
On the topic of NPCs in the subsumption system, if we're talking about, say, you mentioned bounty hunting, that's something that I'm looking forward to heavily. So if, per se, I was a bounty hunter and I got a mission to take out a specific NPC who just so happened to be running a shop or something like that, would my taking them out remove that shop completely, or would it just be more time before somebody else comes along as an NPC to kind of take over that position? Because the shops and the economy are going to be extremely important.
You will, basically, what would happen is, and what will happen is if you take out, say, a shopkeeper, then another shopkeeper will obviously come along and take over that position, but not straight away. And also, in the full system, obviously right now we kind of have these armistice zones, but once we have the actual proper AI working, then we're not going to stop the player. There might be one or two locations where you have to check your guns in, like the sheriff might have taken it in the Old West and stuff, to bring guns into town. But most locations, you can use your weapons. If you do, however, there can be serious consequences for it. So, not only will the security of the police come after you on that location, but also other players will be able to go and take you down as well and things like that. So we want to have that sort of system. So we allow people a bit of freedom to do some stuff, but obviously there's consequences for doing it in certain locations. If you're in some Wild West town, then maybe there aren't that many consequences for it. But if you're in the middle of a well-policed UEE port, then it's going to be you're going to have some serious Marines taking you down.
One of the more common questions, I'm going to jump in here real quick. One of the more common questions we get is about missions that involve other players, or counter missions, as they were. What can you tell us about how missions and counter missions will work in 3.0?
So when you say counter missions, you mean in terms of...
Like, he gets a mission to go take a box. He gets a mission to go protect the box.
Right, yeah. Because what we do is the system... It's actually the way the whole system's been written and ground up, which is a lot of stuff that Tony Zurovic's been doing, is basically because we know what we create, we also then know we can spawn other things from it. So it gives us a lot of nice free play where we can push players against each other. So exactly something like that. And we're talking about, we can just say, well, you need to go down and take out. We know that basically this company has hired player X and and his guild, let's say, to go and basically protect this big cargo run. Now, at the same time, because we know that, then we can have on the seedier side, mission comes along saying, hey, this cargo run here, basically, you take it down, we'll pay all this sort of money, we're trying to stop all these minerals from getting to this planet to try and get stuff, and so we can just play players against each other very, very easily, and I think very effectively to create that sort of that really sort of nice gameplay of player versus player, along with AI as well, in the midst of all of it.
So that's the kind of situation where you can take the lore of an area or a specific pirate group disliking another pirate group, a specific item spawning that gives, all right, you go get this, and the other pirate group would then have the opportunity to come in and get another mission simultaneously
exactly.
to
they'll go down, and you can go, then they'll put it out there, and it may be a group that you've got a grudge with, or it may just be someone's paying some money if you want to take the cash, on that sort of level. And then even on that sort of level, you can have, the great thing about this is that you have group 1, which is basically protecting the cargo. Group 2 comes in to try and take the cargo. Now group 1 then, in the middle of gameplay, because of the new one of the obviously some new sort of systems will be coming on, which will be in 3.1, not 3.0, is we're also going to give the ability, well, you'll be able to do some of this in 3.0, but you're going to be able to then ability just like to basically do a sort of an all points broadcast and say, hey, we're being attacked here, we're going to pay you, I'll pay you like 100,000 credits if you come and help us because these guys are attacking us. And so you can then all of a sudden get another set of people who might come in and help out and things like that. And it'll be completely sort of player driven.
So it has the ability to affect the economy based on the local situation, but you also as a player have the ability to add more to the economy to get more people involved.
Yeah, 100%. And then you have on the economy side, it's literally because it's supply and demand. So if a place needs to build ships, it needs a lot of raw materials. If the raw materials aren't coming in, then basically there'll be missions created to get more raw materials. But then there might be missions created then to stop the raw materials coming in because someone doesn't want them to get the raw materials. All this kind of stuff goes on. So
that's sort of how when Grimhex was introduced, all of the electric weapons were just like, hey, we don't have any more of those, and you got a surplus over at Grimhex.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I wanted to tie a few questions from chat together. So basically, with 3.0, we've got the new procedural moons, and with
Yep.
that, we've kind of got the birth really of survival mechanics within Star Citizen. We have oxygen, we have the stamina system. So what else do we have planned for survival in general? Say you're stranded on a planet. Will things extend over to things like food, water, or that kind of thing, or do you want to keep things more simple?
We will not for 3.0, but we certainly intend to make players. As we go forward, we want players to sort of be as. I guess we want it to be as immersive as possible. Is what we're looking for. And so yes, you will, as a player, you will need to eat food. If you're getting hungry and so forth, you eat food, and if you don't eat food, then your life stats will go. And obviously not like in 10 seconds, but if you go without food for like 2-3 days, then you're not going to be running as well. There'll be some effects of that. Same with water. Same with if you don't shower, then we want NPCs and other people to react to you slightly differently, right? If you go without a shower for a week, then someone will go, "Whoa, dude, get a shower," And someone may just say, that kind of level of service. So we want that kind of stuff and things to go on. So it just feels like that's a level.
And when you mean 2 to 3 days, you mean 2 to 3 days of real lifetime playing the game, not like 2 to 3 days like of a cycle on one of the moons. Or
basically, we haven't completely decided on what the timelines for that would be. So I don't want to sort of like make any sort of like statements now that but we will definitely come with a timeline which makes sense. So it's not. We don't want it to be so much of a chore that it's just not fun, because there's no point in that. If people have got to do stuff, but we do want to have certain things levels where there's a reason why you have certain things, a reason why you want some food, a reason why you go and sit down and have dinner, all that kind of stuff.
And this is why all those mess hall animations and all those weeks of ATV were so important.
And one last question, I guess, about survival. So we have the survival of the player now, but also of the vehicle, of the ship. So right now, everybody is spawning in on Daymar, and you have your ships, you have everything, but everything has finite fuel. In the past, in 2.6.3 and before, you'd have to go to Cryastro and restock, repair, refuel. How is that going to work when you're on planet side? Is it that there will be none of these kind of facilities so you can refuel your ships? Or so you will have a more limited time to go visit a planet? We have to think ahead, otherwise you'll be paying more insurance.
It depends. Obviously, if it's an uninhabited planet, then yes, you would basically make sure you go there. You've got enough fuel to get back, or you could call a friend to obviously with a Starfarer to tank over some more fuel for you and so forth and things like that. And so you'd have that sort of ability. But there will be as we like I've said, this in 2.6 now is basically there'll be stop-off areas where you can go get fuel, you can repair and that kind of stuff, and there is in obviously 3.0 on the different on some of the moons as well, because obviously Levski's obviously it's basically it's a huge moon-like asteroid, and you can travel across and things like that. So.
Awesome.
All right, moving on to a couple of ship questions. It's been a couple of months ago since we've seen the last updates on the bigger capital ships, like the Idris, like the Javelin. Could you do a little status report on how we're coming along on those?
Very well. All those ships are used in Squadron, so that's a big focus for us. So we're basically doing that kind of stuff. Obviously, we hope to show that stuff very soon to everybody. But in terms of that, we're basically the cap ships have been built, inside, outside in and so forth. What we need them for Squadron. Obviously, there'll also be a lot of them will be available in the Persistent Universe for people to play in and things like that. So I don't want to do too many spoilers, just in case. Okay. But it's but also and then of course now we're moving on to the Vandal ships as well, which are great. These big old cap ships. But the whole idea is, like I've always said, you will basically get in your Idris and you will be able to fly it for your friends. You'll be able to man the turrets. You'll be able to do all that kind of stuff and things. So and you actually can right now. So it's kind of cool.
Right. So speaking of ships, you are part of Foundry 42 in Manchester. So you were involved with the big picture, basically, like the larger ships. So of all the ships that are there that you've made, that you've overseen, what can you say is the most impressive one to you so far?
Wow. Well, I mean the Bengal is huge, and and that's pretty. I mean, you saw some of the stuff that Nate Beardsley did in terms of his team, in terms of showed off some of the shots of the Bengal and so forth.
Right.
And that's pretty impressive shit. and then of course there's a few others there. But in terms of scale, I mean, we have, I mean, that ship's about a kilometre long. We have we have one sort of station in Squadron, which is like literally I think 12 kilometres large.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Fully fleshed out.
Yeah, and stuff like that. It's like so you can go and well, I mean, it's a large part of the Squadron gameplay, so it's a huge location. So you can imagine that kind of stuff remains.
Awesome.
A lot of questions about the Origin ships as well. The 300 rework, maybe a little snippet about how the 600 series are coming along.
Yeah, no, really well. It's just like
we know.
We've got we have all the. I mean, like I said, we're reworking all the ships, doing really well, and actually, all these ships will a lot of the ships everybody's talking about will drop with 3.0. So everybody wants to see all this new stuff, and you've actually guys been playing with a bunch of stuff here as well. So it's like, but yeah, it's the ship team they just power through lots of stuff. Really good. We've got a very good pipeline going. How we do get stuff going through. We've really refined down the metrics of how we put the stuff together. So making sure that when we make a cockpit, how we do it. We're now going back and looking at the cockpits like we've seen with the Gladius. We've really got the seat a bit higher. Got more visual impact. And now you can actually see a nice big chain gun there when you're firing stuff. That kind of stuff. So we've been doing a lot of work to try and get that stuff. Really get those sort of improvements in to give a much better experience to the players.
Right.
I'm seeing a lot of excitement in the chat about things like player careers and things like that. So I believe there'll be no mining in 3.0 like on launch, from what I've gathered. But are there any player careers, like any beginnings of things that you look forward to that will be in 3.0?
You will be. I mean, we're basically going to. Cargo running will be available, so people will be able to basically buy, sell cargo, take it. Missions can be created around that in terms of someone's going off, trundling off of their cargo that you spend a lot of money on. You might go there and try and take it off them. So you can basically go. You can basically try and take their ship down. You can blow it up. You can steal their cargo. You can grab their cargo then sell it yourself. And there's going to be a lot of different that sort of gameplay in there. And then also obviously a lot of the bounty hunter sort of stuff talked about. And a lot of different sorts of missions you can do, like go find stuff, retrieve things, and so forth. Whether it's on a planet or in space, or all this kind of stuff and things. And then the idea would be for mining to be the next thing that we would basically go for straight after 3.0.
So when this patch 3.0 comes out, so right now. Original players of the game are used to spawning in Port Olisar if they are a good guy. If they've done some naughty things, then they'll spawn in Grim Hex. Will we be able to choose our spawn points in 3.0?
So 3.0 is the first. It's the first set of actually going for proper persistence. So in 3.0, your ships will persist, your items will persist, and also where you actually stopped will persist. So if I basically fly to a location and then I log out of that location, I will then reappear at that location, not at either Port Olisar and so forth and that. So basically, where you end up and where you're going to be. If you want to get back to another location, you don't have a ship, then you better get a ride with someone to take you back there. And then on the ship side as well, if you do damage to your ship, that damage will persist. So you need to get it fixed up and so forth. If you basically get your ship blown up, then you'll have to get another ship back through your insurance.
Right.
But also, once again, if you've gone and put lots of cool stuff in that ship, then the insurance really just gives you back the base model, so you have to go get that stuff again. So we want players to start being precious about what they have, because right now you have a ship, it blows up, you just get another one, and the cycle returns. And some people go up and do silly things or just whatever. Whereas we want to get it to where there's a real reason to have your ship, and also you want to take care of your ship. So. Excuse me. If you're getting in trouble, you may actually think about getting out of there, rather than sort of hanging around just to get blown up. Right. Because then it's easy to get a hold brand new ship quickly and so forth.
And how will that affect respawning? I mean, I know the big picture when the game comes.
You'll respawn if you die. You'll respawn in the last main location, which has a medical facility. Okay. That you were at.
Right.
So not the nearest, but the last one you were at.
Yes.
Okay.
You can set. The idea is you set a location. And you say, right, this is where I'm going to respawn, and so that will take you to the nearest one. You'll basically, and it should be the last one you're at for that. I think if, because you're telling them where you want to respawn, The only thing, there are one or two things that we're talking about in terms of the game side of that to make sure that people can't gamify that as well, in terms of like, oh, well, I'm going to set this last location over here, but I'm halfway across the universe, but I can quickly get back there for that. So obviously...
So it's going to be a mix of trying to find
how you
somewhere
die,
near
yeah,
to where you are, but not necessarily...
Exactly. And if you're in a ship and you basically log out and you're in the middle of deep space, then basically the ship will then probably hang around for a few seconds to make sure you're not just logging out to, get away from being destroyed. But then at that point, you will then log back in that location. You'll be back in that ship in that exact airspace when you log back in again.
Right. Awesome.
So but we obviously we know we're going to have a lot of work to do in terms of as we get the systems working. People will find ways of let's say playing the system, let's say, rather than abusing,
right.
And then we'll have to work out ways to make it fair. So everyone having a good experience.
So we're talking about a real big implementation. 3.0. It's going to be huge.
It is bigger than, when we first talked about what we're going to do for 3.0 and then we actually got into what we've done and the technology behind it, it's been a huge undertaking. It's actually going to be the biggest, I think, people will, we're looking, we really want to get into the hands of, Evercatchy at first and then to everybody else, but I think when people actually see exactly what's in there and all the systems, including the new Mobi-Glass stuff, the mission and loads of different things are in there, then people see just how big and how much stuff there is. I mean, like I said, just here, everyone here is just wandering around on one planet, just having fun. Right. We're going to have loads of different locations, things to do, and all that and that sort of stuff and things.
Right. So following up on that, how is the netcoding coming along? Can we expect, like, we've been working with the 2.6 version for a long time, and we've heard a lot about the new netcoding coming into place. Can we expect, obviously, maybe not right from the start, but up to a certain point that we can expect a minimum amount of frame rate that we're dealing with? Yeah,
so what we've done is we have literally torn out everything that was there before because we had to, because it was never made to make anything of scale. And so what the network guys have been doing is basically rebuilding the literal fundamental sort of core sort of tech underneath the system, and so a lot of that core tech is now in. There's more to do, but actually a lot of the work that goes in isn't just the fact that they have to write the core tech in terms of how to efficiently pass the information to make sure that that stuff's being combined and then sent, and a lot of the things just to get like a lot better network speed performance, and in terms of obviously reducing the packet sizes. But it's also about if the guy's making sure but then what happens is the gameplay programmers then have to take that work and then they have to go through all the gameplay systems and make sure the gameplay systems are calling these routines. So it's a huge effort, not just on the network side, but everybody. Because when we basically go, we make sure, okay, well now we've got this great new system for transporting it, but for whatever reason, the way we on the FPS team does some of their stuff doesn't work as efficiently with that. So then they go in and they basically go and put all these calls in to do it that way to basically get the to improve the performance. So I guess what I'm saying is, as we go through every system and then we basically move it over to the new stuff, then it gets more efficient and faster. So it's a process which happens over a period of time, and we've been doing that now for quite a few months. So people should notice with 3.0 a lot better latency stuff. I'm sure when we first go out there'll be bugs and stuff like that, but we will basically work through those, get the stuff going in, and it'll get a lot faster. And the other really important thing is all the work they've done is actually is the basis of the server transition stuff, which is what we need to really get a bunch of players in there. Right. So when we can have a server control anything from a room, if we want to have a load of people in that room, to a system, and then we can transfer people seamlessly from server to server, then all of a sudden we can put everybody in one game universe, because all we do is we just increase the amount of servers depending on how many people are in there, and then if there's a very popular room on a single planet, then we may just say, God, there's like 500 guys want to be in that room. All right, we'll have just one server that cares about that room, and when they walk out that room, they'll then pass it to another server, which is then controlling the road outside, and stuff like that, and so forth and things. So the idea, what we want to do is get everybody. We don't want to have, we'll see where we end up, but we really are working hard to have everybody plays in the same universe, so we don't have to have like different instances. But we'll see where we get to with it.
So, piggybacking off the question about the netcode, I remember not too long ago there was an ATV episode about how they were describing how they were planning to reimburse that. So right now there's a lot of data going between the player and the client, and that they're kind of shortening a lot of that data and then sending them out in bursts, where everybody's sending those bursts at the same time. Since we're talking about FPS, will that help to keep the servers cleaner as they run longer. Because one of the things that I personally noticed is that when you hop into a server, you can tell if it's been up for a while just due to the FPS. So will that help that system, help the FPS in there as well?
I mean, that is due more to the fact that there's probably, typically, there's probably like a slow memory leak. And what happens is the server, the longer the server's up, then it's more then memory gets like corrupted, and then it causes problems and so forth and things. So what we do in that case is we're more trying to hunt down what those problems are for fixing that issue. But what they're talking about more is going to fix just because the problem is the server. So if you're the client, you only care about certain things like what's around you and so forth and things. So I don't care if there's a ship like the other side of the solar system. I only care what's around me, and so we can optimize the client to that. The server, unfortunately, has to care about it all because it has to know, what every single planet's doing, where they are. So it literally has to keep the whole. It doesn't actually have to render the world, but it has to keep the the sort of physics in the world, which is very expensive. And so what we are doing, spending a huge amount of time is getting that much more efficient and doing the stuff, because another reason why you have the problems where you see like some of the rubber banding and so forth is also due to the fact that the server speeds get very slow because they've got such a weight on them. And so if the client may be running at 30, 40, 50, 60 frames a second, but if the server's getting hammered, it's running at like sometimes 6 frames a second. And so at that point, it's only really getting so the update time, it may be fine on your side, but then by the time the information gets to you from what someone else is doing, because the server is just really struggling, it's not getting information. So we spend a lot of time, in fact, with the 3.0 time, and it was great, really invest a lot of time on it to really get our server times back where they need to be. So now we've got the server running at 30 FPS, which makes a massive difference to how it will affect everybody else, because as you're saying, it will affect people's performance and what they see if the server's slow, because sometimes it stalls waiting for the next instruction from the server about what's going on, and that can cause problems on your end.
So by lessening the data and sending it all in pulses at the same time, that is bettering the FPS for everybody, as well as allowing the servers to stay up longer for smoother periods of gameplay.
Yeah, we get the packet size down and that sort of stuff, and that does help the latency. It helps a whole bunch of stuff, but also just having the server, being able to cope with the load is a major win.
So last year we saw for the first time a mission giver Miles Eckhart.
Uh-huh.
So in that, the player actually approached him and they spoke to him and they gave him the mission.
Yep.
In the game, as it's an MMO, it's a multiplayer game. How are you going to handle multiple people trying to go to the same quest giver? Is there an elaborate queuing system for that, or is it that only one person will be able to meet him in a locked room and the others have to address him with their mobi-glass? Or
we'll basically have we'll have a sort of a queuing system in place where you. Basically, if there's a lot of people just happen to be going to the same guy in one go, then basically, whoever basically takes the empty seat next to him, or however that works and so forth, and things like that, we'll work on. Once again, we don't know what the load will be like, because obviously right now there's like one mission giver.
Right.
But obviously when we go out there, we're going to have lots of different people doing lots of different things, and so hopefully there won't be everybody going to one person at the same time.
Right.
But if that's the case, we'll have to work and look at that, and if what we think will work doesn't work, we'll have to basically work out a new way of handling, like a massive queue of people.
So a queuing system in a way of instancing that specific scene?
No, we don't want to do that. It would be like we try and work out some way where some people are in the room and so forth. It'd be like. So if you're, let's say, Eckhart's sitting there, then the way you would basically get in there is you basically click on the seat next to him, and if someone's sitting in that seat, then you can't click on the seat. If someone leaves, then the next person will then click on that seat. Now, obviously, it could mean someone who's been there an hour keeps on missing out on the click, but that's kind of, at the moment that's kind of the way it works, and obviously we'll then. Then we'll change it if we feel like it's just not working as well and so forth.
Will we be able to, and this is a really big one for me personally, will we be able to share missions with friends?
Yes.
Because that would be amazing, because that way you can get the one mission from Miles and then, get your buddy and then go together. Instead of Miles is like, all right, you're next, come on, okay, and he gives them the same story.
Yeah, I mean, with 3.0 you can, the other thing you can do is you can basically, when you're basically quantum driving, you can link to your friends as well, so they all quantum at the same time as you, all this kind of stuff as well. And also we're putting more work into allowing people to get in with their friends a lot easier.
Right.
So basically the idea is you will be able to now the work's ongoing right now, so it will be for 3.0. But that's what we want to get. We're going for 3.0. But you'll be able to actually go in and have a much easier way of getting in with your friends, so you can play together in the center.
Right. So will we be looking at some sort of homesteading then at 3.0 at the beginning, like having a combination of actual hangars coming into the PU as well?
Well, yes, you have when you the way it works now. You land your ship, you walk away. Then your ship is then basically it's put away for you until you want it again, and so forth. So that's how we clear out the stuff. We also have air traffic control. So now you'll ask for landing. It'll point to where you're going to go land, and then you go land there. And then once you've walked away from the ship, it'll then basically it'll then remove it. You go do whatever you want to do and so forth, and then you can go like, oh, I want to go now and buy lots of commodities for my ship. You can go do all that kind of stuff and things like that. And then basically you put it into the ship, and then it'll reappear for you when you need to leave and so forth.
Okay.
But we will be instancing your hangars, so it won't be 3.0, but we will have a situation where where you will be able to actually go like you have the hangar in that room now, but you will be able to go in there and there'll be an instance of your hangar and you can do your kind of stuff and things like that.
Right.
Okay, because that's actually tied into something I was going to ask in regards to the hangar. So once you have I know you mentioned that if you die somewhere out in space, you can pick the next medical place, that the last primary medical facility that you were at or somewhere close to that. I imagine so is that like a temporary kind of like a hangar situation to where you can park there if you, per se, get your ship blown up, so you go back to that station and you revive, can you then order your ship to be delivered there and then make adjustments to it before it arrives?
Yes, you can order your ship, but obviously this is where we go into the whole supply and demand thing. If you're flying around in Aurora, then they'll probably be able to get one to you pretty quickly. If you're flying around in Idris, then they don't just make those every 5 seconds. So they may say, oh well, you lost your Idris, so you've got another one on the way, but there may be there'll be a sort of time they'll take to get a new ship. And so I imagine a lot of players will probably have more than one ship because they'll want, oh well, okay, I'm waiting for this one to come back, I'll fly this one here and I'll do this kind of stuff, things like that. So it just depends what kind of ship you've got. The more expensive the ship, it's like, if you want to, for instance, you go buy a Ferrari, right? You're waiting like 12 months to get it. Whereas if you're going to go buy a Ford, you can just walk onto the forecourt and buy it straight away.
Right. And that actually kind of ties into something that someone asked in the chat earlier. What are some of the costs and challenges of operating a capital ship like the Idris? So if you have something like an Idris, what as a player would you need to keep in mind if you were going to try to, say, take it out for a test drive?
That's an excellent question, actually.
Yeah, I mean, number one, obviously, fuel's going to be a big part of that. I mean, we see the Idris as it's not it's a ship that you're going to have to fly with your friends or with your guild, whatever, your group or whatever you want to call it. So because it requires so many positions. Like one person can pilot it, that's fine, but that one person can't basically do all the weapons or the turrets need to be manned. If things go wrong, if power systems go down, there needs to be an engineer to fix those systems because they have the equivalent of sort of like all the ships have the equivalent of transport layers for how power gets to a place. And so everything. The great thing about the 2.0 system is you can just turn off. If you turn off the power, then it just turns out everything just goes black. It's off. You can see it on the ships right now. It just goes like the ships will actually drop, and if you see it, just go bang straight down because obviously the power's gone. And the same for a big capital ship. So what you need to do is basically have people who are repairing the systems. If you get hit, then the way the power is transferred from, say, the power plant to, say, the shields is through basically a number of conduits which have basically fuses on them. And if the ship takes damage, the fuses get overloaded, those fuses blow. And then, so an engineer's job would be to reroute power to get the shields back online, or then even send someone to the physical location where that fuse box is, which is somewhere in the ship, which are placed all around the ship. Go there, get a new fuse, take it out, put a new one in to get the shields back online before you take more damage. So it's going to be really cooperative. I mean, I see people when they first get on their Idris will just be doing drills, before they even get into combat to try and get as good at doing this stuff as possible and things like that. It's like but there's a lot of that, and that's why you have to repairing. We have items, so we have people who go around and repair and do the stuff. There's the different systems. There's obviously not only is the weapon side, there's the shields. You've got the engines, you've got the stuff. We've got obviously we've also have we talked about the ability to also hack systems as well. So you need people who are defending against that kind of thing as well. All these kind of things.
So I had that kind of linked to one more thing that I was thinking when it comes to the player when it comes to vehicles. A lot of people don't know about electronic access and that you can earn your rec through Arena Commander, Star Marine, and that sort of thing. will there be a way in 3.0 for a player to rent a ship that they don't have access to, so they can kind of give it a test run for it? Or something
Well, I mean,
similar?
you'll be able to buy it using Alpha UE.
In 3.0?
Yeah, that's the idea. Is basically the idea is you can, we'll do stuff like that. You can do any kind of stuff and things like that. So that's obviously the whole idea is if you've obviously been good enough to support the game and obviously got a package and stuff like that, then you have the ship to fly. But also the idea is we're going to be earning as we go in, we're going to be earning money, so you can buy items for your ships. You can do stuff like that, and also and get the other stuff. Now, I have to say, so for 3.0, actually,
waiting for you to finish your plan.
Yeah. So, but I actually think that's probably not going to make 3.0 now. It's more like 3.1. But the idea is everything else you can buy up, you can do all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
So not the first major, but one of the further down the line,
Yes.
like closer to.
I just want to reconfirm that ship purchasing with Alpha UEC, it's down the road. It's in the pipeline.
Will it still be a temporary
not
thing?
3.0.
Like compared to Rec, will it still be a temporary thing, or are we actually talking about buying it with Alpha UEC and having a persistent kind of thing going on?
Sorry, say again.
With the ships, with DJ was talking about the Rec system. Will we have like some sort of an equal system in 3.0? And you said like that it would be possible in the longer run to buy that with Alpha UEC. But will that still be like a temporary thing?
I am actually not sure about that right now. So I think right now we can only do it. You can only go to Arena Commander, and I don't think we've transferred it over to 3.0.
Right.
But I'm not 100% positive on that one.
Yeah. Basically, it's a system that's still being explored and worked on. So you can expect to find a lot more about it in a future ATV when it comes time to cover the systems of 3.1.
So you talked about players having to interact with each other because, again, Star Citizen is a multiplayer game, and the intention is to get people to come together and work together to be able to accomplish things. So when you were talking with DJ about capital ships and having people like run there to do this, do that, the other, I know there are many people who they favor a more, I suppose, single-player experience, yet they as well own those larger ships. Mm-hmm. What is the intention for, how easy would it be for them to also operate those ships?
Well, we're going to have, obviously we talked about we're going to have AI that you can hire to do that, so we'll definitely have that, but an AI is never going to be as good as another human player, probably. I mean, they'll be able to do
maybe as good as Meyer.
But basically, so we can have them obviously man turrets for you, to do engineering tasks and so forth and things like that. So we will have that ability. So if someone really wanted to just have their Idris and pilot it themselves and then have other people do something, then we plan to have that. But that AI functionality for that kind of stuff won't be, it's not planned for 3.1. It's beyond that side of things.
Well, we literally have time for one more question for Aaron Roberts before we have to let him go. So who's got it?
We can go with one of the questions that we already had. You mentioned a lot of some of the bigger things that are keeping you from, like, that are not going to be making it in 3.1 or that you're working on in 3.1, like one of the biggest blockers that you've had. So what is one of the things that you and your team have taken care of as far as pushing out 3.0? Like, what is the most impressive thing that you've seen that's been fixed?
One of the most impressive things we got working with it's unfortunately, but would be a bit of a spoiler, so I can't really talk about it. But you may find out in a few days' time.
Okay.
But in terms of really getting the 2.0 functionality for that kind of stuff is actually the biggest, is one of the biggest wins for us in terms of basically getting that interactivity going with the player and how all that sort of interacts. It affects so many different systems, and that's one of the big ones. And of course, I could go in for minutes on all the tech under the scenes that's been changing to make all the stuff work. And there's so much work that's gone in, and from everywhere, from from the multiplayer, from the render side to we showed you some of the render texture stuff now we have and things like that. We've got some other cool tech and stuff like that we'd love to show off at some point.
Getting there. All right, Aaron, thank you so much for taking the time to come and do this. I know it's... thank you so much.
Well, that's great. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aaron.
And Gamble, Meyer, DJ, you did a fantastic job. I love these are my favorite happy hours ever because I just get to sit here and relax and listen. I never get to do that. So thank you so much. Guys, we will be back at the top of the hour with more Star Citizen Alpha 3.0. Thanks. we're back. Welcome to our final hour of our live from the Gamescom show floor 2017 broadcast. If you're just joining us, wow, you've missed a lot. We've had a lot of good Star Citizen Alpha gameplay going. We just finished a fantastic happy hour interview run by our fantastic community streamers with Aaron Roberts. Lots of good information going there. Before we get started in this last hour, a couple housekeeping items. The Gloria event, the big show, the annual presentation that we do each and every year, is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. UTC. So you can tune into that right here on this channel. We, of course, will be broadcasting a similar show like we're doing right now in the morning before them. Of course, we do have, if you are in the Cologne area, we do have a Bar Citizen event tonight at the Brauhaus Unnamen. That starts at 8 p.m. Local time. That's about 6 p.m. UTC. And one of the more common questions we've been getting is, what are the specs of the computers that we are all playing on right here? So we have got Meyer's computer here all set to bring up. There you go. Bring that up there. So as you can see, we are playing on an Intel Core i7 7700 with 32 gigabytes of RAM, and of course a GeForce GTX 1080 Ti. These are the specs of the computer that we're running. We're also running on Intel SSDs, for if that matters, of course. Of course it does. It's great for loading times. Our games are loading, very, very quickly.
All right.
All right. So close that up. Let's get back to game. We have got 1 hour left. What are we doing, guys?
Well, you wanted to point out that during this time, we stayed in that separate server. It didn't even crash once.
Yeah, the entire time. The entire time we were doing Aaron's interview, you just sat in the. You sat.
However, stay. Look at his oxygen. He has 1 minute left of oxygen.
Yeah.
Yep. You should run
It's 'cause
around a
you've
little
just
bit.
been sitting here.
You should just run. Just
Okay.
run and just jog that out.
Hold on.
Don't do it. Just
We
jog
have
it
this
out.
here.
Okay.
Let's find out what happens when you run out of oxygen.
Yeah,
And
just
I don't
jog it
want to
out.
sit here.
All right, so now it's 17 seconds left
Jog
because
it
I
out.
was
Keep
I was running.
Now notice you had a minute 17 and then you
Right.
started moving.
So that's kind of cool as well. As more stamina that you use, your oxygen level will deplete faster. So we're at 12 seconds.
Can you not run? There it
11.
is.
I can run. There we go. What? Oh, 1 second. And no oxygen left. But I can hold my breath for a little while, so I'll just run it off.
Well, we were curious to see whether this mechanic was working in today's build, and it looks like not.
But it's nice to see that it's there.
Yeah.
Everything but the kill command is there.
All right, so let's have a little railgun fun. Railgun's
fun.
always a big hit. So let's put one of you with a railgun, and let's have both of you jump into a cutlass, and let's see if we can have a little fun with our
Gun.
guests here in the booth.
Just trying to run through the rubble.
And it works so well.
Yeah. Is that a gun there? Yes, it is.
All right, so Meyer has acquired the railgun.
That real gun.
It is a great gun. So I think you can carry 2 of them, actually.
Yeah, you can. You can pick up a second one and carry 2 real guns on your back. So you can dual wield. That will be awesome.
I think you
actually.
can do that in the heavy armor. Can you do that in this armor?
We'll see.
I think you have to have the heavy. Yeah, see,
Yeah, you gotta have
drop
the
it.
heavy
Yeah,
armor.
you can only carry
Right.
2 in the heavy armor.
Well, check out my
The
footprint.
footprints.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. So where is this gun anyway?
All right, so let's meet up at a cutlass.
Okay. Add a cutlass.
Somebody's doing strafing runs on the starting area.
Yep.
All right, so there's Meyer. You guys have found each other.
Yep. And they're strafing us, actually.
Yeah, in a cutlass even.
Wait,
Yeah.
they're doing what we were going to do to them. That's not fair.
They overheard us talking.
Yeah.
We were going to do that to you guys.
All right. So let's look.
Because we don't have an available cutlass.
Yeah. So
Because they're flying in it.
we might have to wait for a cycle, but we can do it with this thing again.
You and the
We
cutlass.
can do it with Ursa.
Yeah. We'll drive the Ursa. We'll look for a cutlass, and if we can't find one, well, I've got a gun anyway.
Oh, okay. This one is taken.
Oh.
Maybe not. Maybe like no. Yep.
That's just a little of Disco Latino abusing his power.
I think he's trying to find out how to get into the seat.
Yeah, we're fighting for it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry.
Is he gonna leave?
I don't know.
Putting that flashlight on when you sit down, though.
All right.
Salute
All right.
them.
So, Mario, why don't you kneel down here?
Kneel down.
Yeah, get us a better view out the back.
All right. So
Let's see what kind of damage we can do out the back of an Ursa then.
There it is. Pull it out.
All right, we're out of the Armistice Zone, so here it is. I love how it like comes out. Okay, anyway, so
We got two. We got two Noxus
all
over
right,
here.
drive in
Go.
front of it.
Do it. Right? No. Your target is right in front of you.
Drive the other way.
Where's the Nox?
They were flying a little bit higher.
Okay.
I'll see if I can. Oh,
I don't see anything. I love the.
there's one here.
Okay.
We're in pursuit.
Okay. I'm not sure just how fast.
you've
the
seen
Nox
somebody
is compared
shoot.
to it.
I don't know if we can reach him though.
Nah.
He's coming our way. He's coming our way.
Okay.
You see him?
Oh,
There he is.
We're back in the Armistice Zone.
Oh,
There
he
he
went
is.
back to the
Oh,
Armistice
there's
Zone.
two of them. And
There
we're
he
in
is.
the
There he is. He's right.
We're in the Armistice Zone. Armistice Zone.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, we can get out of there. We're following another one.
Hello.
All right, weapons online.
Oh.
All right. Oh man, there were two of them, man. I could have taken them out. Okay, one's chasing us now. Oh, a Gladius.
Take
Charge
the glass out.
I hit him. I hit. Oh! He hit us back.
Got him.
Well, it was a noble effort.
Yeah. Well, don't bring a rover to a Gladius fight. That's for sure.
Yes. So I hate to break this to the Star Citizen community, but Gladius versus Ursa may not be a fair fight.
I love this sidearm. I have no idea what it is because I've never seen it before. I've never seen that kind of sidearm before. All right, so I'm going round back here because I know that this is where the railgun spawns.
Look how slick the door is on the new Aurora.
We can do it from an Aurora as well.
We could. Let's do that. Is that you?
Yeah, that was me, but somebody took my Aurora, so. I mean,
Well, I mean, tough for him. Let's go get
You're not
it
doing very
back.
well ship acquisition.
Yes. So we're going to demonstrate piracy right here, guys. Live on screen.
well, a little bit too late.
The speed, though.
Or not.
You're watching Sergeant Gamble and Meyer get punked by people who have never played the game before, only on twitch.tv/Star Citizen.
Oh, and
And we're switching.
that's what they get for punking us.
All right. Switch. And of course, this is the switchover. If you haven't been watching since the beginning of the show, we run the servers in 15-minute increments. That's what allows everybody who's been waiting in line to come in and filter in and start fresh. So everybody starts with all the same ships, all the same weapons available to them, and it's a mad dash to see who gets to the ship and the weapons first. So everybody is now loading in. Meyer and Gamble are attempting to load in. And it will be a race to see who can get to that railgun and that cutlass first.
Are you picking up the railgun?
I'll take the railgun.
Okay.
All right. Not
Well-
everything has to be a race, because otherwise I'd win.
Unless it's a race to the dark side of the moon.
I am.
You lost that race.
Not
You
gonna.
have to let
You know
them win
what?
something.
While we're waiting, I want to watch that Ursa commercial again.
Yes. Pay attention closely. Something cool in here.
Is it everything?
I'll point at it. And say it. They can hear us, right?
It's not booting.
I see.
All right, so you're Sergeant Gamble taking command of his Drake Cutlass.
All right, engaging those systems. So we're gonna wait for Meyer. He's gonna pick up a real gun.
Hey, why don't you give us a little? Why don't you fly around the area here? Give us a little tour of our tour of the spawn zone. We actually haven't shown the spawn zone that everybody's spawning in today.
So yeah,
So this is our little outpost on the surface of Daymar, where all of our players in our show floor are spawning today. You can see it's populated with a number of Ursa, a Cutlass, 2 Cutlasses, 2 Gladiuses, and a couple Nox.
And let's get some F's in the
And some
chat
Auroras.
for that.
Whoa!
I'm sorry.
Wreckage of that caterpillar.
You
that's
broke
sitting
his
in the
wing,
middle
though.
of
I broke his
that.
wing though.
it just crumbled to the ground. So that's actually going to affect how he flies now.
Yes.
In a really big
Yes,
way.
we've just ruined this person's first impression of Star Citizen. Like, this ship flies like crap.
All right, I'm in.
Poor caterpillar.
All right, so where are you, man? Pick me up.
You got your railgun, Meyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And as always,
right above.
Right
All
above you.
Chat likes to remind
Oh,
Sergeant
getting
Gamble
shot.
that he has
Getting shot.
That
Oh,
Gladius
look
has
at
come
this
back.
right here.
That Gladius is not happy with Sergeant Gamble.
They're probably upset because he still hasn't taken him.
Meyer, take him out.
Oh, I'm in the armistice zone. I'll run outside and see if I can help.
Do you have the railgun?
So
Well,
Yeah.
as long as you can land in the armistice zone. All right.
I'll put her down.
Well, luckily, you've been ready for that the whole time.
Gently. Ooh, whoa.
Oh.
Landing.
All right.
Like a glove.
Like a glove.
Now you got to open the doors for Meyer.
I am opening the doors for Meyer.
Are they open?
No. They're there.
There's Meyer walking in,
Walking.
and we're getting shot. We're getting shot. I gotta get.
Whoa.
we're gonna-
Go ahead and take off without him.
You were taking your time walking in, though. We were getting shot.
You said walking in, so I walked in.
I am getting shot.
All right. I spawned on the railgun, so I'll
Lowered expectations. All right, so Sergeant Gamble's flying around with his flap open. We've all been there, usually after 3 or 4 drinks.
Damn it, Jared.
All right. Railgun should be somewhere around here. There it is.
Meyer's acquiring the railgun. There we go.
Okay, I'm back where you left me. Is that you? No, it can't be. It's going too fast.
Nope,
That's
not me. I'm actually hovering
That's-
over the spawn point.
That's a crash.
That is a Cutlass.
Oh,
Sighted. Something's going on over there. Hey, where are you, Sergeant
there you
Gamble?
are. I see him. He was a bit closer than I thought.
There you go. Sergeant Gamble showing off that HOTAS strafe.
Straight back a bit. All right, that's perfect. Just down. Easy. Landing gear. Easy. I want to show up the landing gear actually. 'cause-
It actually looks
there you go.
awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, you got somebody else jumping in.
That's cool.
Better take him out, Meyer. Get your gun out.
Ramps, my only weakness.
Oh, God.
My
All right, I'll just wait here.
Is it I have rabitis?
Okay,
there's more people
There's a
boarding.
rover coming in.
Ramps. Why did it have to be ramps? Okay, Sergeant
Getting too
Gamble's
old
got
for
a
these
party
ramps.
bus right
Look,
now.
he's just throwing people. He's just throwing people in his body. Look at that. Oh, my gosh. Wish we were on the other camera.
Oh no, we saw it. We saw him flip him up from Gamble's camera.
Oh, okay, good.
Gamble just killed somebody with the ramp of his vehicle.
All right.
That was
Okay,
amazing.
let's try this
Hey.
one more time.
Let's
Jump
go.
in.
We gotta go.
My only regret is that I have rabitis.
Maybe we should try it.
This Cutlass has the rootin' tootin'
No,
wildest ramp in
maybe,
the West.
Maybe I should stop strafing down because I was strafing
I
down
don't
a
know.
lot.
I think it's
so.
just vibrating so
Hey,
violently.
Kill
Right.
power. Kill power.
Yeah.
was just in the presence of the
All right,
ramp and
I'll
died.
kill the power.
Yeah, kill the power. Kill the
Ladies and
engine
gentlemen.
off. Engine off.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is DJ Knight reporting from Stanton News. And
There we go.
We're finding a massacre on the
Come
moon
on,
of
Meyer.
Daymar.
I don't
Come
know.
on, Meyer.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
just
that's
vibrating
looking
so
good.
quickly.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause it was like wobbling around.
Meyer's safely aboard
For now.
for now. There's a dancing Gladius outside. Let's get out of here quickly.
All right.
All right, Meyer. It's time for you to rain some hellfire down.
Will do. As soon as I get out of the armistice zone. I love this view so much.
Yeah,
All
get
right.
the railgun ready.
Yeah.
There you go.
Do it.
Do it now. There we
Okay,
go.
This is awesome.
I feel like we need a good Vietnam War movie song.
Ooh, gotcha.
Is that a rover over there on the top left?
Is that a rover?
I don't know. That's a Cutlass Park. Let's take it out.
We're coming around to Cutlass right now.
All right.
Oh,
Armistice, armistice.
Go straight up. Go straight up. Straight
Yeah,
up.
straight up.
You have to watch out going back to the armistice zone because there we go.
There you go. You can get above it.
Oh,
In the whip.
oh, this is it. No.
Get that rover instead. Got him.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
Oh wow, he's done.
Yeah, he's nailed. I killed him.
No, I think you killed him. You got a good shot at Cutlass now. Oh, Armistice.
Yeah, armistice. I killed him. I feel bad about that though.
No, don't.
No, don't feel it.
Don't feel bad at all. They just stood in an hour and a half to play. Good job, Mike.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
That Gladius is going back to its home planet.
My people need me.
So what is that? Is that a constellation down
Yeah,
there?
it looks like
Yep.
it.
Looks like Connie Wreckage.
It's an Aquila.
You mean Aquila?
It's pronounced Aquila.
It's pronounced
All right.
tequila.
How about we put in a stop
The
right
debate
here.
of the century.
It's no debate. There's the people that are right and there's the people that are wrong.
It's coming up on the left side, Mike.
On the left side. On the left side, you can see your. Okay, all right.
Oh, those legs, though.
It's just my legs.
It's just my legs. Nothing little drugs won't fix.
Wreck those legs.
All right. Where's the front? You coming down too?
No, I'm your getaway driver.
All right. Let's see. Let's go into this camera. We can go up, actually. We can actually see a bit more of what's going on here.
You're kicking up quite a lot of dust there. Gamble with your Cutlass.
Yeah. I love the particle effects. They're ridiculous. Okay, I think that's the helm of it right there.
Yeah, the side hatch looked like it was open. Can you go in?
Can we?
Yeah, I think so. Or one more. Maybe not even there, but right around the corner. Yeah.
Once more into the breach.
Oh, there's a Gladius trying to shoot us. We left again.
Oh, okay, there we go. I'm inside. All right, I don't think I found any treasure. Oh, can I make this jump? Okay, no, I can't. Where's my getaway?
Gamble has exited the Cutlass.
I thought you were meant to be my getaway driver, Gamble. What's going on? What gives? You're awfully quiet, my friend.
I am not quiet.
Do it, Meyer.
I'm gonna have to.
Do it.
I didn't want to have to do this.
Oh!
Rail.
Got him.
Real gun.
And now you are the getaway driver.
Look at me. What the? Who was shooting at him from there? That's weird.
Well,
Please.
killed
man.
you with the ramp of his vehicle about 4 times, right?
Yeah, I think he deserved it. Oh, and now we're
And
cycling.
switch room.
All
Switch,
right.
switch.
And of course, we are switching.
Change places.
Ah, so what else can we do? We've got 20 minutes left. No, 40 minutes left.
Right.
What can we do that we haven't done?
I don't think we've gone to all the outposts. We've gone to the Crusader one several times. but I don't think we saw the Ryari or the Shubin ones.
I don't
Yeah,
think you've been
let-
the
let-
closest.
let's scout. Let's scout.
The closest
Right.
outpost
Each
has
one
been
of-
skipped over.
Yeah, each
Right.
one of you jump into a ship and let's scout.
Okay.
Let's go
let's see the
31
breadth.
then.
Huh?
Let's go with 31 then.
All right.
Let's see the breadth of this.
And for those of you that are out there watching and wondering why we're talking about the break, is because since we have so many people in line, there's only 15 minutes that they get to get hands on Star Citizen. So rather than letting somebody in that seat go on the other side of the planet in an Aurora and just sit there, they want to populate the area with people, weapons, so that way you see other players. So they're resetting once the people stand up to start the next group, and we're in the servers with them. So there's resetting to make sure that everybody gets the chance to play Star Citizen as it's supposed to be played with other people. And Brian Chambers.
Hey, Brian.
And Brian Chambers.
I got me a Brian Chambers. Brian. Hello, Brian. Hello, Brian. Brian. All right, so we're in the game.
Okay, so
What are your vehicles of choice, people?
I want to get myself. I love the Rover so much. I love the Rover.
Oh, come on, no.
I am gonna-
We've only got 15 minutes. We want to try to get as far around this
All
planet
right.
as we can.
I'll get a Nox. I'll get a Nox. I'll get a Nox.
You want to drive something?
One of you drive, one of you fly.
What about? Okay, so I'll drive. You fly. Oh, we never had that Gladius duel. I want to do the Gladius duel.
Well, right now, for this 15-minute shot,
All
let's
right.
go ahead and get our exploration on.
Okay,
Remember, we still got 2 more days here.
no worries. I'll fight you yet, Gamble.
Besides, you've savaged Gamble enough today.
Yeah, well, you got 2 more days, huh? Okay.
I'm trying to find a Nox. I think it might be that.
Gamble has got his Gladius. Gamble, take off and show us the. Let's fly towards the sun. We haven't done that.
Towards the sun.
Let's see all that Daymar has to offer here. Let's chase that sunrise. Meanwhile, Meyer's still. There he goes. Meyer's found himself one of the new Auroras.
Yeah, so I don't think we actually flown one of these today.
No?
I love this ship so much, actually. It's my favorite ship to fly. My favorite ship on the ground is the Rover. To fly, it's this one. Newly minted by Mr. Elvin Batchelor. This ship is a really beautiful space brick. It's amazing.
All right, now how about this? You go away from the sun.
Away from the sun. Okay.
We'll see if we can't meet in the middle somewhere.
Okay.
That is going to be tough.
Yes. But so was an orbital release and catch, and we did that.
Yeah, that's true.
I just love the vibe of being able to fly through these trenches. I can't say it enough. It is a really, really cool experience.
Okay, so I've locked your target.
Yeah, you're going to put the sun at your back,
Yep.
Meyer. Now stay down along the ground, though. We want to see the terrain.
Okay. All right, so down towards the terrain.
Now,
So-
Jared, I know it was your birthday yesterday,
Yes.
but there is somebody here who wants to give you a gift.
What?
There's somebody here who wants to give you a gift.
Mom?
Right here to your right.
Mom?
I swear,
Oh.
Disco is like reverse Santa. People give him gifts all the time.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm sorry?
Yeah. I was in the Santa Monica 1 year ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Now you're here.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I have a special present for you.
Okay.
This is a special T-shirt of our organization with your name.
Ah.
Nice.
So this is the Banshee organization. It's the Banshee organization, and it's been personalized.
Disco.
I guess I'm an
Lando.
honorary. Am I an honorary member of the Banshee organization? Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I'll put it on now.
Perfect.
There you go. There you go. It fits.
It's Beach Group.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Have you played the game yet?
Okay.
Have you played yet? You're online?
Yep.
Well, don't lose your place in line.
It's okay. See you. Bye.
Yeah.
You gotta get closer here.
Yeah, come over
There
here.
you go,
There you go. There you go.
there you go.
Hi.
Hello. I look like one of the nuns from Monty Python.
I can't wait
The nuns
to
who
try
say me.
the demo.
right, man. Take it easy. Bye.
Thank you.
Oh, there you go.
That's awesome, actually. That looks really nice.
Oh, there you go. Bringing up the class once again. Don't I look like one of those? I look like one of those Monty Python characters that are lying in the muck in Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Listen, strange women longing in poems, distributing souls is no basis for a system of government. Supreme executive power derived from a mandate from the masses, not from some farcical aquatic ceremony. All right, so I'm going to say between the two routes, Gamble's route is a bit more picturesque.
I'd say so too. Yeah. I'm flying towards the evening. He's flying towards the sun.
Towards
so,
the flats.
Yeah. Like
Gamble's getting mountains.
So one of the reasons why I asked Aaron, no, I was saying Erwin. One of the reasons why I was asking Erwin about survival mechanics and fuel is that basically right now in the Aurora you can see that I have 59 units of fuel left. Eventually I'm going to end up in a bit of a situation here, and I'll either have to land or crash land.
Crash lands are fun.
Yeah.
That is gorgeous.
Yes, but this is a fantastic way to show off the scale of this thing.
Yeah.
I like the canyons.
Towards the sun.
Where'd you find all those canyons from? I mean,
My canyons.
it's nothing but
It's a
flats
large.
here.
It's a large
My
moon.
canyons.
It's my canyons.
My canyons.
But these are my ideas.
My canyons.
And I'm just saying, if someone's got to give you a tour of Daymar, you going with Sergeant Gamble? You're going with Meyer.
That's hardly fair. Come on.
You going with Sergeant Gamble?
I vote Meyer.
You're going with Meyer.
That's hardly fair.
You kicked his ass all day.
Thank you, Xylo.
True.
Give Gamble one.
I'm saying
No.
Wait. Oh, this is Gamble or Meyer?
This is
it.
Gamble.
Gamble.
Oh, sorry, Meyer.
Oh,
I'm
damn.
road tripping with Gamble.
Are you rocking afterburners right now?
I am. I have to catch up with the speed.
How about you, Gamble?
Every once in a while. Depends on what I'm looking at. Maybe you want to take your time, enjoy the scenery a little bit.
But check out the interior of the ship, though. I love it so much. Like, I love being able to look around.
Mm-hmm.
You know, once you, when you use like other devices like a head tracking and that kind of thing, and actually look around your ship, it's a really immersive feel.
Check out those joysticks.
Oh yeah, the double sticks, right?
Yeah, but it reminds me of the Black Mamba.
The Black Mamba.
Looks like a BKB.
Yeah, it does kind of look like that.
I mean, not quite. I mean, maybe evocative.
Like,
I'm
similar to
I'm
it.
speaking purely as an observer. I have no idea.
Right.
That's just what it looks like.
So when
Well,
I
the
fly,
Black Mamba to me looks very similar to the Warthog flight stick.
Sure,
And I have a Warthog,
I
so
suppose
I
when
know.
you're looking for a functional flight stick, there's not a whole lot of iteration you can do on it.
Not really.
Yeah.
That design's pretty solid at this point.
So when I fly really close to the ground like this, the ship actually starts to rock, and I'm having to strafe upwards every now and then in order to not crash. It's actually quite unstable. Like I'm keeping it solid because I'm tapping like a roll every now and then.
Oh.
Just leave him up.
Okay.
Whoa,
Okay.
Gamble.
Okay.
What you doing, Gamble?
What you doing, Gamble? What is that?
Nothing. I'm good.
Where are you going, Meyer?
I thought I saw something. It might have been a mirage.
It was.
No, you never know. You never know. I could have found something.
Hey, we have sent 2 ships in opposite directions trying to circumvent at least half of this moon right now. And
I haven't, and I'm out of fuel. Landing gear. Oh!
oh, well,
I got out of fuel.
it's up to you now, Gamble.
To do what?
Go
I'm
around.
not completely sure I know what this mission is all about.
Good job. Good show.
I'm lost both wings.
What are wings?
All right. Let's put some Fs in chat for Gamble's ship. He's going to have to respawn there. All right, Meyer, what you up to now?
I want to go to those outposts over there because they're quite close, and we haven't seen them yet, and they look really good.
Sure. Somehow that shirt was hotter to wear than my hat. That's like a real cotton is the fabric of our lives shirt. I was really keeping the heat in.
Touch the feel of cotton. The fabric of Disco's head.
It's driving really slow. I think it's because one of the engines aren't on right now, but this is fine. This is fine.
Does the Ursa fit in the Cutlass? It does not.
It does not.
We tried earlier.
This much. I mean, if you were like free falling with the Ursa, let's say it fell out of out of a constellation.
You can force it in a little bit.
Well, no, I think technically the bay is big enough to hold it. It's the opening.
Yeah,
it's the ramp opening is not sized or shaped.
No.
For the Ursa.
All right, so what is this one over here? I think this one is Shubin. I don't think we've been at Shubin before. That's the mining company, isn't it?
Yes.
So again, you have to cycle the airlocks here in order to get inside. There's actually breathable atmosphere here. I mean, this may look huge, but it's still a moon, even though it has an atmosphere. And that atmosphere is not breathable. And in the future, like in release, you'll be able to actually see the actual oxygen content of the moon you're in, and know whether or not to remove your helmet, basically.
For those of you asking in chat why we have not seen the Constellation Kila or the Dragonfly, which are two of our ships coming to Star Citizen Alpha 3.0, it's because they still need just a little more tender loving care before they can be flight ready and able. We had the Dragonfly in an earlier build on Monday, and it just wasn't handling very well. It was I mean, there's obviously glitches, plenty, but the Dragonfly was a little worse for the wear in the most recent patches. So we need somebody to take a look at that. It's all part of development. We are using the latest builds of 3.0. So everybody is focused on all the different 3.0 tasks, and as soon as somebody's ready to free up and go back and work on the Dragonfly, it'll be back in operating order.
So this is the Shubin Interstellar relief hut here. So this was like for the mining facility. It looks much different from the other Crusader facility as well. Although I'm sure they serve the same thing. It's a place for you to log out in 3.0 where you can have guaranteed oxygen, that kind of thing as well, because there is a huge degree of persistence intended with this next build. When you log out, you'll spawn right back where you are, soul your ship, that kind of thing as well. So you need something like this so that you can continue your play. You know, like.
Let me add some here. Somebody's saying, I thought the Dragonfly was done a month ago. Yes. A patch, Alpha 3.0, is a collection of 100 different complete individual systems. When you combine those complete, fully working, fully operational individual systems into a collective, that's where bugs occur. That's where you find out, the Dragonfly works fine until you put it into an environment that also has the NOx, the NOx physics requirements, that also has the item component requirements of a Cutlass. All kinds of interdependencies come online, and that's where bugs are created. So you end up fixing one thing, you fix one bug, you create two more. That's the whole process of burn down. Basically, it's you develop all of these individual pieces, and then you put them together, and now it's a matter of fixing and tinkering and tweaking and making them all play nice together.
What do you think this is, Gamble?
And for a long time, the Dragonfly was playing very nice, and then something got added into the patch a couple days ago, and now the Dragonfly is not doing so well.
I kind of don't know.
Yeah.
It looks like we have there's some sort of a pumping system next to where the prospectors spawn.
Right.
So it might have to do with right there. Yeah.
Okay.
Might have to do something with that.
Yeah, so again, I think Brian Chambers mentioned that there will be procedurally, like procedural outposts and stuff in the release game like this. And
yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm authorized to tell you that this particular mining outpost is for salt. This is the salt mines of Dathomar. I went to Star Wars there.
Yeah. I was thinking of the Kylo
technically
run line the
Dathomir.
second you said it.
Actually, I went halfway between Dathomir and Star Wars and Daymar.
So where were the Ryari ones, DJ?
I thought that one was the.
Because these are all Shubin. These are
The
these are the mighty
Ryari may
ones.
be the one that's on the mountain.
No, that's not Ryari. That's Crusader. Anyway, I'll take this thing.
Well,
I'll look
then
for
I
it.
guess it's time to hunt for it.
Yeah, I'll scout for it.
For those of you asking if any ship sales are planned for Gamescom, we are in the midst of a ship sale right now. Currently, you have access to the Ursa Rover is available in the stores right now. The Miss Prospector is available in the stores right now, and the what's the other one from yesterday?
Well, yesterday are the. I'll double check my Twitter.
forgot
I don't want to be
the ones
wrong.
from
I don't want to be
yesterday.
wrong.
The Cutlass and the Cutlass, which is always available, and the Nox.
Yeah.
And the Nox. Those are all back in the store. In order to access the page, you do need access to these nifty little QR codes. They are freely available all over the internet. You check Reddit, you check Twitter, you check Spectrum. You'll see the QR codes. They will let you access the pages, and you can buy these ships for their introductory prices. These are the last time many of these ships, not all of them, but the last time many of these ships will be available at this price before being implemented into 3.0 and their prices going up. Of course, we have also announced a new concept ship that is going on sale Friday. That thread is in the announcement section up on Spectrum. It has 2 variants. You can find that information out now. And if you've been following our social media, you can probably figure out which ship it is. I'm not going to tell you exactly, but there are at least 600 reasons to own one.
So one of my favorite things about this ship, again, this is the Prospector. It's the what are the new ships being revealed, being released in this next patch. And what I love about it is its flight model. When I've only ever flown it on a planet before, or on a moon before, but its flight model here. It's not like the Gladius or anything like remotely aerodynamic, which it flies relatively well. Like, I'm not touching anything now. You can see it's listing to the side. It's doing all this kind of stuff. It requires a lot of hands-on movement to keep it stable and steady. Anyway, I'm going to try landing it now. I'm going to put the landing gear down and do this thing. Again, it's actually pretty precarious. You have to...
Yeah. Let's watch you from Gamble's perspective. How Gamble's been hiding. Can you see him there?
Is Gamble chasing me?
Gamble was hiding behind a rock.
Right. Landing gear wasn't down. There it is.
Yes.
Stop listing! Oh God! Okay, I can't do. Whoa!
Good job.
All right, there we go.
Did that help? Like leaning to the side like this?
Yeah, it did actually. I'm alive, aren't I? Aren't I? Yeah, you can't land this ship in third person unless like you're some kind of like pro or something. All right, there we go, and landed. There we go.
Gamble, I think you forgot to turn your engine off.
Well,
That's
I'd
right.
rather leave it running because if I want to be fast and leave.
Yeah, quick exit.
Yeah, but your ship's not going to be there when you come back for it if you don't turn your engine off. I know, test pilots, right?
Test pilots, right? They can't even open doors. There we go. All right, so this is the last outpost. I think it's the last one. We've seen Crusader outposts. We've seen Shubin outposts. This is the Ryari Incorporated outpost, and this is like the science division, right? So like they're a science company, and so like they do things like hydroponics, and I believe that you'll be able to grow plants and stuff within a specific ship, right? The Misk Endeavor, right? They've mentioned
What?
that. What? All right, so I'm here with my bodyguard, Sergeant Gamble. We're inside.
Yes.
So what I like about this is that it looks completely different from in the interior from the other ones that we've been in so far.
Yep.
There you go.
Can we go through here? What's through here? So these are the labs.
All year.
All the greens.
The hydroponic.
I wonder what kind of missions and stuff would be in this kind of place here. You know, like. What would you have to do?
Metroid stuff, obviously.
Metroid stuff. I like the view from Gamble's thing. I like watching me like walk. The walking animations are ridiculous. This is more extensive than the other one. Ooh, what's that?
This is
Hydroponics.
pretty big.
Yeah. Is that a potato?
Well, this
might
is
be a
legal
potato.
on Daymar now,
Potato.
as of last year's vote. So
Potatoes,
Like,
man.
we're planned because, like, the fruit, the top is, like, fresh and the bottom is rotten.
The Kylo Ren fruit?
well, that's it for today's broadcast.
What's
Oh,
that?
what? I got 20 minutes left?
Check it out.
Crap.
Check it out, Gamble. These blue ones.
Those are weird looking.
Yeah.
Delicious.
And then we have...
And some watermelon.
can you shoot the watermelons? No, not that one. This one here.
I can.
This one here.
You're watching CIG Cribs only on twitch.tv/StarCitizen.
Hey, yo, welcome, Crusader Industries. Welcome to my crib. My name's Roy Ari. And this is my hydroponics room right here.
I got my name over everything. My place so lit, I got my name on the walls.
All right, guys, we got 20 minutes.
All right, what should we do? I mean, do you want to do that duel?
We can do that duel.
I'm lost.
Follow me
Follow me.
if you want to live.
Swing with one.
It should be follow me if you want to die, because you're going to try to kill him, right? You're just underselling your own abilities.
I'm actually
Gamble.
surprised that he's let him live this long. He got the shotgun. He's in the heavy armor.
Can you get back in there? Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we might have cheated that a little bit.
God.
It's all right. Times. Whoa.
Oh, look, that's
Oh!
that's so. What's going on,
Nice.
Joel?
Hold on. Wait, good.
That is pretty cool, though.
That is-
With
that
the
is
lights.
awesome. That is awesome.
We have a space engineer in the building.
Okay, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. That is really cool.
That is super
Super awesome.
and pretty hot.
Oh, I bet he's
Oh.
super warm in that dude. Like, I don't want to put another T-shirt on, let alone that gigantic spaceman suit. Can't do it.
So if you guys don't know who that is actually another broadcaster on Twitch called Sokliv or Joel. He's doing a lot of Star Citizen as of late as well. And right now, he is the guy dressed in a red astronaut costume. Yes, that's Sokliv.
Get sit down. No, get. Okay, Neil. Here, hold on. Look at this. Look at this guy. There you go. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Switch it. Wait, hold on. Let me see your hand thing. Look at this. Hey, the camera's right there.
Oh.
Just got this thing. Push
That
the buttons.
is
Push the
cool.
buttons.
Is that his phone?
Look at that.
Does that handle the light?
Yep. He's got a control panel here. It turns on the
That
things.
is super sweet.
Look how much cooler than I am this guy is. What's your name? Say again? Zokley? Zokley. Zokley. All right. All right. Well, thanks for coming by, man. Hey, be safe.
All right, so I can't find any gladiators. I think we're on the server that the other guys aren't. So do you want to do a prospector battle instead?
A prospector battle.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get with that.
All right, so I'm at the prospector landing pad right now.
That sounds interesting.
What a way to go out. In the show with a bang.
Yeah. So I'm waiting for you, watching, judging. I wonder if I can how much damage I can do per ship. How many ships?
Oh, let me walk away from it first.
All right, go.
There we go.
The Miss Prospector, one of the most dangerous combatants in the Star Citizen universe. I want to watch through one cockpit, and another person entered. What? You got stuck in the Geo.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
You okay now?
I'll fix it. There we go.
I'll wait for you up here.
Nope.
No. I think you're stuck.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll try and dislodge you.
It's probably because of the switch.
It might
I'll
be
just
because
open the door, see if that helps. There we go.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, because on our screen we showed that you were stuck in the door.
Yeah. Then he opened it. Now he's okay.
Yes. The Miss Prospector is armed with two size 2 laser pointers. They allow you to mark your target with ease.
All right. So as soon as we're out, the battle's on. So it's a race to exit the atmosphere. So we're gonna burn up and then burn back down and land. And it's a death battle too, so you can shoot at me if you want to.
I'm sorry. Come again?
So I'm gonna come back down.
Yeah.
So we'll start together.
We're gonna
And
go up together.
It's a death battle race. So we'll race together. Let's go all the way back down. And it's the first to break through the atmosphere. So so we can see the particle effects of exit.
Right.
And then coming back down into re-entry.
Okay.
And we can have a fight going both ways. So where are you right now? Are you with me?
Okay. I'm ready. Let's
All
go.
right. So 3, 2, 1, and then go. All right, and I think I put myself in a bad place position already. So I'm gonna spin around.
Shoot her! Shoot her!
So what I'd love actually is a turret or something so I could shoot behind me.
Well, that would require any other ship.
Exactly. You can't get me, can you?
Well, every once in a while, it's kind of drifty. And there's a fly flying around here at the booth.
That's rude. How far away am I from you right now?
Don't watch my screen. You're cheating.
All right. I'm running out. Well, I think I'm going to be the first one to break through the atmosphere, so I'm going to just try to shoot you when I come back down. I'm telling you what I'm going to do right now because I know you don't have a chance to win.
Did you already break through the atmosphere?
No.
Okay, I was, you know.
Let's get a 360 of that, Gamble.
All right, so I can turn around right away.
You have to wait for me, actually.
What? No.
All right.
Get out of here.
If Meyer ever challenges you to a competition where he gets to make up the rules,
It's weird
and just
rules.
change the rules
On the fly.
throughout
Constantly.
the whole thing.
What if I... Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Can I get in trouble here? There you go.
And I would like to see you catch a guy that is falling to his death with a cutlass. All right?
Hey, hey.
No.
Try
no.
me.
I,
Try me.
I dare you. I dare you.
It's all right. Try me.
What are you doing?
I'm re-entering.
You're lying. You didn't even break through all the way.
I never said all the way.
I'm never gonna team up with my
Nope.
in 3.0.
Nope. This will be the
Never.
last time these two are paired up here. Come on, where is this thrilling prospector combat you promised us?
Well, he's disappeared. I can't find him. The intention was to find him and like to fight with him on the way up, but
Right.
In prospectors.
well, yes,
You see the flaw in this plan.
I do now. Yes, but we didn't have any gladiuses to fight with though.
All right, I'm touching down.
I would have laughed if you blew up touching down.
Yeah, well, I still would have won.
All right. So I think we need to like cycle servers if you want to try out different shit or something.
We've only got a couple minutes.
Right.
So let's go straight for the starting point.
Okay. Whoa! Come on, come on! There we go. Like I had to like strafe upwards like a lot to stop my ship from hitting the ground there.
Show them the hellfire that a prospector can rain down, Meyer.
Can do. Aye aye. Is that you? It is you.
Prospector attack.
All right, let's finish this duel. Oh, come on! Okay. Man. Uh-oh. There we go. So, it's not as easy as it looks, keeping this prospector up. Like 10 meters off the floor like that. Whoa, whoa, whoa
I don't
whoa.
have any trouble keeping it up, though.
You're watching
You
the
also-
last broadcast of Jared Disco Lando Huckabee. Had a good run. Until these two decided to do aerial combat and prospectors. It's the big finish to our
Grand
Thursday
finale.
broadcast.
I mean,
Oh.
that was close. I had to strafe back to stop myself from crashing into you.
Well, that about does it for our broadcast today, fine folks. Some housekeeping tips currently on sale. The Ursa Rover, the Mist Prospector, the Cutlass Black, and the Nox. They're available on robertspaceindustriescom. They are part of our special ships of 3.0
Hey,
promotion. Your last chance to get them at their introductory prices. The URLs are accessible by QR codes. You can find the QR codes or just the URLs freely available on social media, Twitter, Reddit, Spectrum. Just take a look around. You're going to find them. Of course, we will be back tomorrow for a full day of broadcasting. We are starting at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. That's 8 a.m. UTC, 2 hours earlier than we started today and yesterday. That's because we also go live that evening, live from the Gloria Theater, with our 5th annual GamesCom presentation 2017. That, of course, is hosted by Chris Roberts.
Just a quick. I shot Meyer, and now I'm taking his ship back to at least half his ship. I'm taking it back somewhere. I don't know where yet, but I harvested his ship with a prospector. I'm good for today. Thank you.
And I'll just be down here. Sad. Is that a rip in my shorts?
All right. So thanks for watching, everybody. Again, we'll be back. Same crew. We'll be back with the same crew. Special guest tomorrow, Eric Chiron Davis, senior producer and studio director of Cloud Imperium Games Los Angeles. He'll be joining us live via Skype So you tune in that and ask them all your burning questions. And of course, again, the Gloria event tomorrow night, 7 p.m. UTC, 9 p.m. local time here. That's the big Chris Roberts presentation you've all been waiting for and look forward to every year. So with that, I'm Community Content Manager Jared Huckabee. That's DJ Knight.
Hi.
That's, and those are,
Yeah.
I think the less we talk about those two right now, the better. Here, you guys say goodbye. Here's your camera. There's your camera. You say goodbye. I don't even want to do it.
We had a lot of fun
We did.
today.
We did.
We did a bunch of cool things, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'd like to thank you guys for hanging out with us today. Really excited to be here again tomorrow. So starting at 10 UTC, right?
Yes.
Right. No?
Yes.
Yes.
No, it's 8 UTC.
10.
No, it's 8
8.
UTC.
Oh, yeah. That's
It's 10 local.
Okay. So we're signing off right now. Thank you so much. My name is Sergeant Gamble, and right next to me is...
Meyer_test.
And right behind both of them is DJ Knight. Hi.
Hello, DJ.
Oh, you're there as well.
Yeah,
You were-
I've
I
been
thought
leaning
you were
in.
teaming up with Jared. So.
I've been leaning in, like saluting, like throwing up the pinky.
And wishing he had nothing to do with any of them. Jared Huckabee. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.
Good night.
Later.